Yo, man, how could we stoop so low? That's all I want to know. How could we? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a minute. Let a few people come in. I'm looking for a few moderators that's new to me, so I really don't know too much about this live situation. So I asked for some help earlier, and few of the moderators checked in, and they told me they'd be on it. So I'm waiting on them. I'm waiting on them to come on with it. Uh, how y'all feeling? Yeah, how y'all feeling? Y'all all right? I see three people that checked on in. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, man. Our main thing, man, I want to know how can we stoop so low? That's exactly what I want to know. I got to know this. So I'm waiting on everybody to check in. It's new to me, so I got to start looking at these comments to see who here, who coming in. It's new to me, so I got to start looking at these comments to see who here, who coming in. I need y'all to smash that like button. If you ain't subscribed already, I need you to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Share this live. We're gonna get it on in a minute. We just I need to know. I just need to know what's going on. We gonna get it cracking in a minute. I just let a few more people come on in, and we gonna get to the bottom of it. Why do we stoop so low? And my question for tonight is, why do we idolize everything that's wrong and we know it's wrong? Why do we idolize the people that bring the wrong message and do the wrong thing and we still idolize them? So that's the main thing I want to know about. I want to get an understanding and correct a few things that's been going on. I don't want nobody to mob here. What's the word, baby? Man, hey, nothing but love. Hey, I definitely need that support. It's new to me. I'm trying to do something. I've been doing the work, but I never brought it to a platform like this. And I actually wanna bring it to a platform like this because I know that's where these young kings and queens at. This they platform, so I want to enter to their platform. But I'm seeing some things that's very distasteful to me that I don't like and I really don't appreciate. So I think I need to talk about it and bring it to the forefront because I figure that if there's any problem, I think that we should either try to talk it out, work it out, or just make a better example for everything that's going on. So I'm gonna hang on for a minute. I'm gonna hold up. I'm waiting on a few people to get in. I'm definitely glad you came on in, Mob Ed. I definitely need you. Man, you can teach me this moderating game and different things that I need. So I just need everybody to be patient with me tonight, take their time. And man, whatever y'all do, get in them comments. If you wanna ask something, you wanna know something, you you wanna chime in. If you wanna come up on the screen and you wanna talk, you wanna be a guest, whatever you wanna do. I want you to come on in, chime in, and make it happen. I'm gonna put it up there. You was just watching your interview with New York Times. Oh yeah. I did that. I did that maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. That interview with New York Times. Yeah, that was a decent interview. It's like the reason why I did that interview and the reason why I'm doing this now is like we need to bring real recognition to what's really going on. And 90% of this stuff that's going on is all myths and lies. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody keep on saying that it's one way and it's another way. So I want to walk that walk and show them that it's not the way that they trying to make it be and the way that they saying it is. I want to put proof to light. Like we got too many YouTube sensations and too many Instagram sensations where it ain't real, and they bringing a message, quote unquote, to our young kings and queens, and it's actually killing them. It's actually collapsing our culture. It's actually collapsing us. It's hurting us. So my thing is, like I was saying, like I was asking, why do we idolize things that we know that's wrong? You understand what I'm saying? I need to actually know that. So I'm trying to see, it might end up just being 4 people. It might end up being 3 or 4. However it is, I don't have no problem with it. I'm gonna wait like 3-4 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go and get started. And like I say, Marvin, if you wanna jump up here, I'll send you the link, and you can host it with me. However you want to do it. It's all good with me. But it's like I want people to really see. It's like it's different things going on. And like I hate like people having, individuals had me get out of my body the other night to whereas that I had to say a individual name. I don't like indirect talk. I never have. I never have liked indirect talk. I don't do indirect talk. You understand what I'm saying? Then it's like, to me, I look at it like the crab in the bucket syndrome, because what people do is they throw rocks and they hide their hand. And then when you see the direction that the rock coming from, and then you address it. Now they tuck their hand and play victim. You understand what I'm saying? And then by me being new to this, and people a little bit ahead of the game, yeah, I definitely okay. I got you. I'm finna send it to you right now. Baby girl. Okay. Hold on, I'm getting to it right now. I gotta my baby girl gonna show me how to yeah, they do be having PSD. You definitely right. Say what I want. Say what the fuck I want. You definitely right. I'm trying to oh, here you go, right here. I got you right here. Shit. Oh, this one. Oh, here you go. I'm trying to ping this. I'm trying to put this link in there, but it's not letting me. Y'all know I'm new to this, man. Y'all got to work with me. Hold on, my daughter she gonna run out. She gonna come right here, and she gonna help me do it. Oh, here you go. I think I got it, baby girl. Let me more. Okay. Post comment. Okay. I'm trying to paste this. Paste. There you go. There go the link right there. So if you gonna jump on with me, Marv here, and say what the fuck I want, you more than welcome too, bro. So you can get on, you can jump on too. It's 10 people can jump on. Hey, what's going on, Miss Ashley? Good evening to you too from Dallas, Texas. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the movement. Y'all gotta give me a minute. Let me get myself together, and we gonna go with it. I'm glad y'all here from Dallas, Texas, though. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, but I just so like I said, my topic is why do we idolize things that we know are wrong? That's my question. That's what this is really about. You understand what I'm saying? I wanna know, why do we idolize things that we know are wrong? And what I mean by idolizing things that we know are wrong Hold on. Let me let you in, my bad.
OG, what's the word, big dog?
Man, you the word, bro. What's the word, baby? From the Lou.
I ain't nothing,
You out
man.
of
Just
St.
tapping
Louis,
in
right?
with you. Most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, I did some campaign work down there. Joe Mob, come on, man. They got the link in there. Come on, jump in, bro. We gonna make this work. The link in there. Yeah, I did some work down there for Senator Napoleon Harris. I had came down
Okay,
there one time. We was doing some campaign work down in the Lou. I definitely want to come back down there.
okay. That's what's up.
So
Yeah,
so my
I support the message though, brother. You got a strong message, man, and I like the message you got for the youth, man. So I definitely support what you got going on, man.
man, I thank you. I thank you for that, brother. I definitely thank you for that. And it's like anything I could do towards your way or anything I could do to support whatever you got going on, if it's getting on the live or if it's anything I could send that way or anything I could do, I'm gonna support. My thing is this. I work off actions. I like to show and tell. I don't like to do, I'm gonna talk, but I ain't gonna talk you to death. I'm gonna show my actions. So my thing is like I don't want to come in the door like I'm beefing and bickering because it don't look right for the youth as us being their elders. But I had to touch on some things. That's why in my community when I posted earlier, I put the definition of what an OG is. See, because
Right.
a lot of people is looking and recognizing people as being elders because of their age. But my grandma used to say it's a lot of old fools out here too. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's why the topic and my conversation that I'm starting off with is why do we idolize things that we know are wrong? If we dealing with these young kings and these young queens, and they looking and watching everything we do, now we step to their platform, and we trying to make our way into their platform to where we can get them to listen to us and understand us. Why would we idolize the things that we know that they doing is wrong? Like why would we glorify killing? Why would we have a platform and start a platform and we talking about who got killed? Who was a demon, who was really like that. Like that's a blood sport, and that's really what these people are chasing, and that's why these kids are crashing out because they feel
Yeah, you're
like
right.
this. They feel like this. If this is being glorified, and this is how they gonna get their recognition or whatever they got going on the camera or whatever they got going on the internet that's glorifying everybody. So they feel like this. What's up, little bro? Hey, what's up with it, dude? They feel like this. If I go kill somebody and it make it to the internet, it make me the man. It make me the killer. And we idolize that. We got people with platforms that's saying, such and such got killed, I met such and such, I did this, I did that. So why the next kid don't step up and want to be like that? Why the next kid don't want to go do something or crash out to be so they can be idolized as they some type of king or turn up king or they did something tough or they did something right. So why are we idolizing that? That's why I said, why do we stoop so low? How's we idolizing that? We idolizing the things that we making it to the point. We making it to the point. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, Miss Ellie. It's all good. You're never late. You made it. It's all good. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. I'm gonna catch you back up with it. My thing is this. Like, like, how do we idolize? How do we idolize killing? Now here it is. We got more people. We got more people taking a picture with King Von mural than we do with Fred Hampton Jr. or do we do with Huey P. Newton or anybody else that fought for the movement. We don't idolize that. We don't we got grown folks that's idolizing these things, and these are the people that we saying was killers and that they did wrong in these neighborhoods. I'm not saying we talk down on them, but at the same time, why are we idolizing that?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I think it's more or less like on the situation, like man, like I think it's like a follower type of situation as far as the internet goes. I think people see other platforms that kind of do the same thing, and they see how they platforms like kind of blowing up and getting a lot of views and shit like that, and got a lot of traction or whatever. And I think people just kind of just on some monkey see, monkey do type of shit, man. But that do add on to the problem. I don't think you're a part of the solution if you just idolizing the negativity and just talking about the killings and the murders, because like you say, they just kind of add fuel to the fire. But I
Yeah,
really believe, me truthfully, I believe it's like I think some people just look at it like it's an internet thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really realize that the internet, everything it coincides, like it's hand in hand with what's going on outside. Really, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. But some people just look at it as trying to capitalize off the whole so-called drill movement and the negativity that come with it.
yeah. But this
Me
my thing.
personally, that's
This
my
my
personal opinion.
right. Listen, you got a good opinion. Hey, that's the link. That's the link. Made Mafia. If you want to jump on, that's the link. Draw the mob. That's the link. Anybody want to jump on and come up here, and they got something that they want to put on the platform. They got something they want to say today. That's the link. Check the link. I'm gonna let you in. But let me go back to this and thank everybody for their support. But I wanna say this. See the thing about that is this. Like it's more they doing more of a critical, crucial hurt job than anything. Ain't nothing good coming from that. It might clear their pocket. It might help their pocket. See, the thing about it is this, and what rubbed me wrong was this. The other night I was on Swipe Live. I'm waiting on Swipe to come on in. He about rolling up or something. I was on Swipe Live, and I made a comment about R. Kelly, right? I said that R. Kelly used to stay in a white building on 63rd and Michigan with his grandmama. He used to sing on the L, and we and other guys used to fight and jump on R. Kelly on the L because R. Kelly was a stone. And at the time we was gang banging, the GDs and the Stones was into it with each other. Now, another individual went and made a video about I'm lying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm trying to be better than somebody and this and that. And my whole thing is this, man, I'm not trying to be better than nobody. I'm just telling my truth. I'm everything that I do, everything that I say, everything that I put on this internet, I'm bagging it with facts. If I tell you I'm doing something to help these kids, I'm bagging it with facts. If I tell you I'm doing something in my community, I'm bagging it with facts. If I tell you that I was with somebody and I know him and I somebody said, man, stop it. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Hey, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. I don't know how to keep it no other way. I don't know how to do it no other way. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hold on, I'm adding you in now, Miss Ash.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hey, hey,
Hey, how you doing?
how you doing?
I'm
How you
doing
doing?
good. I'm doing good. Well, I definitely, like I say, I didn't know anything about the Chicago kind of wars. Like, on your news feed, just when you're on
Right,
your news feed, it started out with the truth teller, and I just kind of picked up and was kind of catching the stories. But I feel like, a lot of these guys, young guys, sometimes they become products of their environment.
true,
And they feel like, in order to be down, like a lot of times they say they're not a follower, but if you know it's going to end up in death and people on this part of get back gang, I feel like, do they even think about, like, do I want to live or do I want someone to backdoor me or, try to take me out? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I lost a cousin to that in Dallas. Just
Right.
on the gang life, just that drill. And like you said, I'm 30, but I don't ever remember no drill like this to where
Right.
it's done
Exactly.
seeped all the way down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just this whole get back and all the lyrics, I just really start studying the lyrics. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Like when they be in the studio or even just listening to the small little lyrics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, are you summoning the devil, bro?
Yeah. It mainly, Queen, is mainly that's really what it's like. OMC,
Yeah.
much love. The link in there, bro. Just grab the link and I'll let you up here. I'm gonna say this to you. It's like, okay, it's like this. We like I barely like to talk about the situation with my son and
Right, right,
how he passed. So I always talk about how they live. I don't talk about how they die. I don't
right,
glorify
right,
but I'm gonna go this far to say this, and then I don't want to say too much because I don't want to kind of like spoil. I don't want to spoil my documentary
right,
about drill killed our culture. But I'm gonna go to say this. I posted a video today and I showed the neighborhood from Stony Island to Stony Island to State Street, really to
mm,
King Drive, and I show how the gentrification from one end of the neighborhood to the other end of the neighborhood. But the moral of the story was I wanted to show that we have no grocery stores,
right,
we have no corner stores, we have nowhere for employment, we have no too much of nothing. It's like prairie dogs and prairie weeds just rolling through the streets.
right, right,
So
right,
by our neighborhood being so exploited from all this rap music and everybody's trying to get out,
right.
these kids are actually dying for 5 minutes of fame. You understand what I'm saying? They dying.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah, you're
because
right.
the reason why I say they dying for 5 minutes of fame, because look, dissing the dead or dissing somebody else is almost like a death sentence. If
That's
you really
true.
look at the whole culture from when it started in 2000, going on to getting stronger 2009 on up, look how many people that actually lost their life over words. These were words. These wasn't actually
Yeah,
nobody
you're
actually went and
right.
did nothing to nobody. They dissed them or they said something or they said anything that was wrong. And then like I talk about Cash because he was near and he was close to my
Right.
heart with him and my son. So Cash knew how to rap.
Yeah.
Cash was a trap rapper. He was a trapper
Mm-hmm.
rapper. So Cash really, his whole motive was about money. Anybody that was around me or ever like grasped anything with me that I had anything to like brush against them or talk to them or I could get in their ear, it was about money and it was about bettering themselves. It wasn't about hurting them or hurting the community or robbing nobody. Man, we gonna do what we gotta do, but we ain't gonna hurt our people. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So when Cash was rapping about, I got songs where Cash was talking about trapping and Fat Shorty on his way and this and that. Nobody gravitated to him.
Right.
Nobody. Cash was cold.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
Nobody
dropped that
Cash is
diss
gravitated to him.
song and it just seemed like
The
he went
first
out.
time he dissed somebody,
Yeah.
man, he got a deal. They went to talk a crack. That was it. Because it's a blood sport. This is
Right,
what
right.
people like. And that's why I know my page is gonna take a long time to take off because I'm not feeding that into this. I'm not feeding that into the atmosphere. I'm not
Right.
feeding that to my people, and I'm not finna glorify that with these kings and these queens. I'm not doing it. I
Right.
don't care. I'm not. This is not my only means of doing whatever it is, but I want to get the message across and I want to do something. And you see me, man, if I got a cash out up, if I got something else, it will be a trade line. I mean, it will be a trade where you will see where the money go. You will see me
Right.
somewhere in the neighborhood with this money feeding somebody or donating some
Right.
shoes to some kids or doing different things to help. That's my whole thing. So my thing, I feel like this. See, I told you the link in there. You want to get in, get in. My thing is this. I have to go back and relate to why do we idolize the things that we know is wrong? We know this wrong. Ain't no way. It's no
Well, you
way.
know, when the, like they say, I mean, I'm a spiritual person. Even in the scripture, it say when it's a will to do good, you're gonna have evil lurking. You know, like you gonna, it's like you gonna, and you know, with us African Americans, you know, no matter where you are from Chicago to Texas, you know, all we had was church and God. You know what I'm saying? And your family, you know, your faith, whatever it is you might believe in. But it's like I wonder about that too, Big Dale. You know, and like I say, just looking at everything that I've seen, because like I said, I don't really know about the drill thing, but just trying to be informative about it, it seemed like up there, the moment you diss, like you say, the dead, like you know your days are numbered. Like it seemed like it's some truth to that.
Absolutely.
Like you diss the dead, it's over for you.
But
It's
you know
over
why it's
because they
like that?
seem
You
like
know
they
why
can
it's like
get
that?
anybody to backdoor you, man. That part I just don't get. Like
But the reason why it's like that though, sister, because they honor the dead and not the living. They so into honoring the dead, but never look at the fact that you finna kill a living being
yeah.
that might have made a mistake about somebody that paid their debt. Because when you pass, it's over.
And you know, it's a good
Right.
thing that you say that, and how I really start following the Chicago crime is y'all got our former police chief, David Brown. I know him very well.
He's
You know,
terrible. He's
he's
terrible.
the superintendent or something like that you call it. So, you know, he tried to recruit a lot of us to come up there, but you know, I was like, I'm Texas born, I can't, you know, I ain't leaving.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Because
right. I ain't mad at
I just wasn't leaving, but watching these crimes and seeing him do the
you.
press conference on that FBG duck and how they caught those people. And you got people out here still defending when we all know the FBI has a 98% success rate without snitches.
Yes, without it.
So
Yeah.
it's like if you do a little bit, if you educate yourself, the FBI is not going to go grab nobody if they don't got solid evidence.
I keep telling people that.
I
Absolutely.
don't understand why people don't read. Like, this is the FBI, man. Them people down there in the Gold Coast, and I'm not even from there. Them white folks wasn't letting that slide.
No,
Them
Not
that's
at
their
tourists
all.
was
money.
going anywhere.
That's their money.
Not at all.
That's their
I
money.
just
They
said
gonna
to
protect their
myself, how
money.
are you gonna get out of there? And this little dummy left a piece of paper in the car. Like, where do you think is coming from that? So how you gonna wiggle your way out of that? Like, hatred is so real, evil is so real, man. Cause look,
True.
their lives is gone. I don't know how they think they finna get out
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not getting out of that.
Hey, listen,
And
they just the Fed's so sneaky.
They so sneaky, someone snitched. Even Mama Doug said, thank you, Boss Top, for saying what you said. I
Yeah,
mean, let's just not. This was so worldwide to where even people down here we follow Superintendent Brand because he was our chief for so many years.
yeah. I know. We did a thing at the church, and somebody from y'all, a sergeant, I forgot his name, but he's still in Dallas, and he said what you said, and he was like, I couldn't follow him because I don't rock how he rock, and I'm like, wow, that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that just let me know. But it's like the biggest thing we have to do as us being elders, and if we step into the form of we saying we OGs or
Right.
we trying to change, if we actually trying to change and our message is to change, how are we glorifying this? You understand what I'm saying? How are we glorifying this? And my thing, I just have a problem with certain individuals with doing these things. That's like my pet peeves because
Mine
if you
too.
telling me, you are OG, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people and these 12-year-olds and these 13-year-olds, they respect you. And you tell me you go on the block at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you see them outside, but they respect you and you don't tell them to go in the house, and then
right.
30 minutes to an hour later they get killed. And
That's
you go make a story about that and you don't feel bad about that because you don't think that it was your right as being an OG or elder or somebody that somebody respect to tell this young man to go in the house.
right.
You wouldn't tell your son that.
Right.
So why wouldn't you tell somebody else son that? Because if you taking the role of an OG or you taking the role of somebody that's playing that significant father or playing that role, you have to play it all the way, quote unquote. You can't pick and choose when you play it and when you don't. You
That's
understand
right.
what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by like how do we glorify? How do we keep glorifying these certain situations? Whereas that we got people, well, I met such and such, and I did this, I did this. Every time I look around, you done talk to somebody that died, either the day
Yeah, that
before
is
or the
so
day of.
true, man. Even
Right.
You
like
done killed
those
a
Man, the
nigga.
church
death.
dummies that rob the armored guard and then kill your own family member in the car. How you
I
get out of that?
It's. I remember. I remember growing up, and I mean, I listened to the OGs. You know, what I'm
That's
saying I was one of the
OMC,
ones that
y'all.
listened.
That's OMC.
But there was times where I didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? Like the OGs can only do what they do. It's our choice to listen. Sometimes we didn't care what they said. We wanted to do what we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it wasn't that you know what I'm saying, that they didn't make an attempt to try to tell us something. But if it was something we wanted to do, we was gonna make that choice to do it. You know, and it wasn't their fault. We couldn't blame nobody else but ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we knew what was going to be wrong. We knew what was going to get us chased by the police, and we did it anyway because we was young. We was, you know, impulsive. We thought it was fun. We didn't get caught, so you know, we didn't get caught. Hey, let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that action may be. And somebody was always telling us, y'all need to quit doing this. Y'all need to quit doing that. But hell, we 14, 15, 10 foot tall and bulletproof. We didn't care what they said. We ain't, you know, man, yeah, whatever, man. That's how y'all did it back in y'all day. We're gonna do it this way. We always knew something better. So I mean, they did their job by just telling us, but that's all they can do. They ain't finna whoop us, you know what I'm saying? So
But
all they
what
Right.
I'm
can do
saying
is
though,
tell us,
what I'm
you
saying,
know what I mean?
OMC,
So it's like, and
OMC.
I guess all they can do later is say, look, man, I tried to tell them, they didn't listen, they got killed. Here's how they lived, here's how they died. I mean, that's all we can do. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least memorialize them, you know what I'm saying? Not glorify the lifestyle, but you know, memorializing them. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is this though, OMC, and I want you to stay right there because you hit it right on the line. That's what I want you to hit it right on the line. What I mean by that is this: if and you've been in the army, you've been in the Navy, so you know exactly where I'm finna go. What I mean by that is this: how and what's good, Rashad. Listen, what I'm trying to say. I'm an OG, right? They look at me as an OG. When I came
Right?
on and I talked, I didn't present myself as an OG. People heard me talk and said, "Salute, OG, salute," right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's all through the neighborhood. So
Right?
now, if I'm on a platform of saying that I'm an OG and I'm supposed to bring a better message, I'm the messenger. It ain't about me. It ain't about who gonna listen or make. Well, not say who gonna listen. It's not about me making somebody listen. It's about the message that I give them. So
Right.
if I gave a message and keep on saying I'm glorifying and saying, man, when I met such, he was really a killer. I'm glorifying that. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean,
I
it
mean,
See,
could
it's
be.
like
just hear me out.
it's
I'm
like
going
I
somewhere.
wouldn't want to be in the presence of no killer unless I was on
Exactly.
that other side, man.
Hear
Because
me out.
if you can kill someone, then I'll be feeling like one wrong move, you gonna take my ass out.
So
I
listen, I'm
mean,
going. I'm going somewhere with this. Hold on, though.
I
Hold
don't
on.
want to be
Listen.
oh,
around no
go ahead,
killers.
Paul, go ahead, finish your thought.
OMC. I want you to understand this. And coming from where you've been, in Iraq. You've been in them other countries. Hey, does it bother you to talk about old war stories, like
Yeah,
when you had to shoot or you had to kill somebody?
yeah.
Is that something you want to keep reliving?
That's something you're not gonna even want to talk about. Even coming from police, you're not gonna want to talk about that because you
I,
know it's like your life,
Honestly,
you know.
OMC. I'm honestly. Is that something
I
you
think
want to
it's
talk about?
traumatic
well,
for
here's the
you to,
thing though. Like,
you know.
I'm one of the few people that I didn't have to go there. I volunteered to go.
I
I was
know.
working in the office, and I chose to go because I wanted to see war.
Okay. So
So
I'm gonna say it
my
like this
story,
then. Hold
I
on. Let me
don't
say
mind. I
it
don't
like this.
mind talking about it because I knew what I went there for. So I didn't come back with no PTSD or nothing like that because I
Okay.
knew exactly what I signed up for. I knew what I was going for. I knew what I wanted to experience, and I
Okay.
did
So
that.
let me reroute it then. Inshallah, God forbid. Say you lose a child, right?
Yeah.
Now, here it is an individual that you don't really know. You don't know your child. He goes and make a story about your child, saying your child was a killer. He was this, he was that. He was all this how he died. He did this, he did that. Now he put it on the internet. It's 1,000 views. Everybody's sharing it. It's all being talked about. So that situation never dies. You constantly relive that situation. Why do we idolize that?
I mean,
I
is it?
think because it's clicks and views too.
I mean,
Exactly.
I mean,
That's what it boils down
exactly.
to. Clicks and views.
They're trying to capitalize off of the whole culture of the drill culture.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Seeing
it's
what other platforms
good.
do and kind of just following the crowd.
Thank you. And that's what I got a problem with, man. How could you listen? It's just like me. I'm not finna get on here and make no story about my son did this, my son did that. And come on, bro, because that's gonna make the next child want to do what my son did. Because we idolizing that, bro. We got a whole platform of these individuals, these kings and queens that's our youth, and they saying this is glorified. So why not crash out? They already starving. They ain't
I mean,
eating.
is it glorification to talk about what already happened and what everybody already know? Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
or
it
I mean, it's
is.
one thing like DJ Academics. I take that as glorification. You know what I mean? Like the way
Bro,
he did it,
what's
he
the
gave.
difference though?
The difference is he created characters and names and things like that versus like some other channel that just simply tells the story. It's like they ain't telling nobody anything that already they don't know or don't happen, and then that's it. Now if it's like, man, yeah, they was such and such and then this and that, that's how, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to be a real one, this is how a real one do it. So I'm like, that's glorification. But simply saying this person did this, they lived this way, and this is what happened, that's just news. You know what I'm saying? That's just
No,
simply
no,
telling
but
what.
they not saying they did this was happening. If you on there saying they was really like that, and the mama and the daddy saying they wasn't really like that, that's glorification. That's glorification, man. That's putting them on a pedestal of these dudes is demon time. These dudes is really in it. These dudes is really what's going on is really what's happening. See, my thing is I got a big problem with it, and I got a problem with this individual because I know the truth. I know the truth. And
So you
then
saying by
I know what's up, Queen Sheba? Hey, Queen, it's in the chat if you want to get in. If you want to get up on the platform, it's in the chat. So my thing is this: for a person to go on a live and tell me I'm lying, and I can come back with the truth and destroy your whole whatever quote unquote you call career and prove you a liar. But what do I gain from that? Because the kids is looking. Like they say, the streets is watching. What do I
yeah.
gain from that? What do I gain from that? I can say one thing. I'm gonna just go there. I'm gonna just go there and I'm gonna show you something. Here it is. We got an individual saying that such and such is my son, and they the mob. MOB do not mean the mob. That's not what MOB means. That don't stand for mob. You know how I know? Because I started it. I'm one of the founding fathers of it. Me, Darcel Prince, which is Kojak, Brian, and 5 more of us. And it was a Tupac movement. It was we was on Tupac time, and we was saying money over bees. That's what MOB mean. It don't mean mob, man. These are lies, and it's being created, and these kids are dying for it, bro. And that's why I got a problem with it. And then you get on a platform and play victim and try to say something about me to where it's that I'm lying and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And all I can do is tell the truth and kill your whole career. Because these are all a lot of lies. But that's not what I'm here for. I want to ask other individuals, even with the kids, so they can see that why do we idolize everything that's wrong? We idolizing the wrong thing, bro. There's nowhere in the world that we should be on here And we should be talking about everything about killing, everything about who died, who into it, why they finna shoot this guy, why they finna do that. Why we don't ever say that they was good ball players? Why we don't ever say that they had a good
I'm
academic
like, or
record?
if you're gonna take that approach, then go all the way for the gusto. When these
Exactly.
so-called killers get on there and just say, hey, the streets say you're a killer. You want to tell us what type of killer lifestyle you living? Put it out there for the streets. It's
Hey,
too much like right though. You know what I'm saying? That's too
hey,
much because they gonna get up and exit the interview because they gonna feel like all you policing and you trying to snitch me out or what you trying to do, but then it do like you say seem like they glorifying it because they not asking those killer type questions. Like when I'm watching and then I'm going on the internet to look it up and I'm like, well dog, why you didn't ask him what makes you want to be a gangbanger? Tell me what do you feel like the positives are outside of maybe hustling? How you feel about robbing somebody? How you feel about robbing people and you didn't even work for that money?
exactly, exactly. And then I
If you
put a
gonna
video.
flip it that way.
Exactly, exactly, Queen. You right. I put a video up. The late Marcus and Motor and my son and a couple other them guys, and they was talking to the pastor Corey Brooks. We had a construction going on. Them boys wanted to work. Them boys wanted to change. 90% of these guys that's out here that's in it and that's in the mix, they tired, man. They tired. They see what's going on. That's how I ended up in the church. 11 years ago, 12 years ago. I was tired, man. I'm tired. I'm looking at my kids. They looking at me. They getting older. They think that this is the way. They glorifying it. People in the neighborhood got me idolized up there like I'm the best thing smoking. And I see my kids
Sleeps
stuff in
with
that
a
way.
gun like that. Like I mean,
Yeah,
of course, people have weapons, but we have it in a secure location if we know somebody's gonna break in. Of course, I got it on the nightstand somewhere up. But it's like, what kind of life is that to live? You always masked up. You looking, you constantly looking. Like I was seeing one of the YouTubers that go around and was showing different locations where people got killed. And it's like, I'm steady seeing you do like this. You looking over your shoulder.
yeah. That's little bro. That's trenches. His thing of doing that. He be
Showing
trying to
us
bring
you
up.
willing to die, bro. Going to certain locations, or maybe you feel like you can't be touched. But
No, it's not
you
that.
got
No,
these
It's
young
it
people
ain't.
that feel
He
like
ain't
I'll
doing
touch
that.
you.
I'm
it's
finna tell
not
you why
that.
he
It's not
doing
about
that,
that.
Quinn. I'm gonna tell you why he doing it. He doing it to show. He doing it to show that there's nobody there anymore. Because it's other individuals that's going on them blocks, still trying to promote it like they going to stand on something where other people at. So he going to show them
Oh,
that
you glitching, man.
there's nobody there no more. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't going to like, he ain't doing it in a motion to glorify. He doing it in a motion to show that
Glorifying
these
though,
are
Big
lives.
Dale, that's
Nobody
gotta
on these
be
blocks no more.
like, you don't think that's glorifying? Like, going back to your question, like, I barely want to go to the grave site of my great grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah, I
mean, you
understand.
talking, and she wasn't murdered. Like, I'm not out there because it's so gut wrenching, to know that, hey, they not here anymore. And we got to learn how to live with it until our time comes. But it's
Right.
like, I would want to know, or maybe you could ask him, what do you get out of that by going back to those sites?
I could
No,
tell you.
I told you why he. Well, go ahead, break it down, OMC. Break it
All
down
right.
for me.
And I mean, we were just talking about this on the last couple of lives ago. All right. We always talk about how, the mainstream media, right? They always want to portray us in this light and that light. And they only come around when, there's a body or two. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it got to be 4 or 5 bodies before they even pay attention to it. And so we're tired of how we're being represented with the outside world. So why
Right.
not people who from that community who knew the people, you know what I'm saying, knew them when they was kids and everything around that, telling the stories ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about how we need to do it ourselves. So when he goes around there, he's showing that, look, these blocks is empty. It's desolate. It's not
Right.
what you see on
Right.
Instagram. It's
Correct.
not what you see on
Correct.
videos. Everybody's not
Okay.
out there with guns and
Okay.
stuff. And yes, it's dangerous. He's looking over his shoulder, but how's that any different from everybody else who live around there? So he's basically like, look, I'm not above this either. I'm going to be out here. I'm taking the same risk as anybody else. Just because people know me don't mean that somebody won't put a bullet in my head. But that's the same risk that anyone else. He's not going to stay tucked away safely and, wherever he at, you know what I'm saying, and talk like that. He's going to be there because he just like, he can back it up with pictures. He knows the stories. I haven't seen one person refute one story he's told yet. You know what I'm saying? Or say that he was lying.
Right.
So we need people like, who been there, who in it, to tell them stories versus somebody in, Albuquerque, New Mexico, blogging about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
right
it's exactly what we need.
Hey,
and then
I
he really
heard
showing
some
them like,
stories.
Appreciate you
the
breaking
name
that
of
down because I had no clue. Like I said, I'm from Dallas, and just what I watch him too. But I was concerned because I was like, what about these, like you say, 12 and 13, 14-year-olds who want to prove a point and like, oh, there he go, let's go ahead and take him out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would just, even if he was my brother, I would be telling him, man, be careful.
Jojo, what's up, baby?
People be telling them that in the comments all the time. Hey, be careful, man. Watch, keep your head on the swivel. Watch out. But I mean, again, that's everybody who live in Chicago. Hell, I worry about my mother. You know what I'm saying? I try to get my mother to move to Michigan. She's too stubborn to move. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, you choose to live where you live. You can't stop living just because of that. And so everybody's out there. You still got to live.
yeah, it's a
What area
double-edged
was
sword,
that?
man.
This is like really going off the subject, but what area was that with the William Balfour and the killings? Was that like in that area of Chicago, or maybe like
With the who?
with Jennifer Hudson?
Oh
When
no, that was on 69th Berry. Or was it Wentworth? What was that? Lafayette, I
Chirac,
believe.
63rd, 60. It's not okay.
No, it was 69th. It was 69th. That's over. That's a little bit over west.
I was at home on leave when that happened, man. I remember seeing the helicopters hovering around. I'm like, what they over there doing? And I look on the news. I'm like, oh, wow. Like, that's crazy.
But sister, and in defense of Swipe, I done heard like everybody tell me like, man, don't mess with dude, this, that, this, that, this. And I don't let nobody else detour me from who I'm gonna deal. Yeah, 71st Princeton. You're right. Thank you, Andrew Williams. Thank you so much. It was 71st and Princeton. I don't let nobody, he said, what's that big deal? Big deal, Dave here, family. Love, Dave, for sure. I don't let nobody detour me from Swiper or nobody else because I have a relationship with Swiper, and the only person can damage me and Swiper relationship is me and Swiper. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't listen to what nobody say. And the reason why I chose to deal with Swiper and I bag him on what he say, because he like me. He dare to be different. He dare to say something different.
he be knowledgeable.
He don't just go with the flow. Hey, yeah, you're right. 6 straight bad boys. They don't know nothing about that. Hey, listen. People, one thing we gotta understand, it's people out here that want to kill our message, like Swipe, me, OMC, Made Media Magazine, different people like Jordan Mob, different people that have a positive message. It's always gonna take us longer. And like Trenches News, 100%. You're right, Made Media Magazine. Like people like us, we gonna have to climb the tree. See, because we're not gonna find a bird that's on the ground because we're not gonna sell our soul. We can get on here. I can get on here and talk all day about all the shootouts and the gunfights and all that, and I can prove it. You see what my man said? And in the chat, he said, Dave here, family. He said, you already know. I already know I can stamp everything you talking about. 63rd Bad Boys. I got people that's gonna come to the forefront, man. I got these mothers that people talking about. I can add on there, and I just don't want to put them through that drama because they don't like what people saying about their kids. They don't like what's going on and how their kids being portrayed. But like y'all say, it's the internet. It's freedom of speech. But if you quote unquote supposed to be a spokesman for the neighborhood, or you this OG, or you doing whatever you supposed to do, you should have some type of consideration about what you say and what you do about somebody that got to keep reliving that tragedy. That's how you know you can't never have endured a tragedy like that it gutted you, like you wouldn't keep constantly talking about it. You wouldn't keep constantly idolizing it. So it's a
Different from a lot of people that
That,
I watch,
that's
and
what I
like I
want to go
say,
back to is the
he do be talking about how he was like literally with these people, certain people that he talk about, like growing up and seeing them, and it's like wow, like I remember when he first started, and like I said, I just saw his as well, and he just was telling stories about like the
what's going
real.
on, sister?
I think he said lamb run or something, just different things he was going over, and I was like, dog, I'm sure he got a lot of stories to where, like you said, a lot of people he saw, they not even here no more.
Right. Right. That's
Man,
what I'm saying.
he should write a book too.
Man, because every time I look up, you done talk and you done met to these people that can't account to your story. Like, I'm not finna get on here and say that Cash was this and that, or Motor was this and that to me if I ain't got the picture to prove it. I ain't finna get in here and say that such and such and such and such was this to me and I can't prove it. Cause I'm not finna smear their name. I'm not finna do a smear campaign. I can get on here all day and tell you how such and this and that. That's how I ended up on Truth Teller. Because they lied on my son. And when they lied on my son, I had to come out and set the record straight. Hey man, don't tell that lie. Same thing. That's how I started talking to Swipe. Somebody gave him some wrong information. He put it out. I got up with him, hollered at him. Same way. That's how I met Zach TV. And I posted all this. I showed all this.
Situation right there, man. I was
right.
oh, that's such a
I mean,
sad
that's
situation.
why we need like more OGs types. You know what I'm saying? To just set that record straight. I was gonna go back to the whole when you said idolization. I'm like, to simply say that somebody was like that, is that considered like a stamp? You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
you think would motivate?
Yeah,
Huh?
that's like a stamp. Because
Yeah.
you know what?
Is that
Not
true from
not
that video? Is that a real video that they got on the YouTube?
about what?
What you talking about?
Well,
Like getting shot, like it's all over YouTube. Like when you type in Zach TV kill, they got a little short video in a Jeep, and I guess somebody was recording
Yeah,
from
yeah,
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 that's
the
that's
real.
real.
building, and I watched that video like 30 some
Yeah,
times.
that's real. But why
I
would
was
you
like,
put
oh
that
my
on?
God,
And
man.
that's my thing. Like, why would you want, like, he got kids. So if they what if it run by them? What if it
You know,
run by
it's a
them
lot
and
of
then they
people
say it?
fascinated.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
lot of
People
people
don't care.
fascinated with it, and the people that seek it out, that create the audience for it, that's looking for it, you could tell that those are people who've never lived that type of life in the first place, and they don't have the guts to. You know what I'm saying? I got more respect for everybody who done been in it, you know what I'm saying, than the people who on the periphery egging it on in comments or like I said, want to record the video and put it up like that to show it. Because yeah, there is no message behind it. It's one thing to do it for awareness and have a message with it. If that person would have had like some voiceover saying, look, man, this has got to stop, anything, but just to
Right.
simply show it, you know what I'm saying? That's a glorification in itself. And it lets you know that that's somebody who never, they live tucked away and safe their whole life. And they wish that they had the guts to live that life. And so this is why the audience is so big for the negative stuff, because that's
Exactly.
the people who ain't
Right.
lived it. You know what I'm saying? I don't glorify. Okay. I can tell you like this. I've only had to do a minuscule amount, you know what I'm saying, before the OGs pulled me out and said, nah, man, you got a different path. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't
Right.
do what I did around my block. I was somewhere else. I was on Leamington and Ferdinand. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna go too much into that, but it like I said, it wasn't a whole lot, but I had it. Luckily, they came in and pulled me out. But I was also around bosses. You know what I'm saying? When I talk about the OGs who first told me the gang leaders out eating steak and lobster together, getting strippers, while the soldiers out on the street fighting each other. The very same leaders and the chiefs and all them and the rivals that's going at it on the street, the leaders is eating steak and lobster. One of those was my own brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Back when they had Operation Broken Shield, you remember T-Fly and all them different cops
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
They was in
Tupac
my
just
house.
came home.
They was in my
Tupac got
house.
home about a year or something.
You know what I'm saying? I remember walking in, so it's like I'm around the same things that everybody reading around the paper. I'm actually face to face. I'm a shorty though, so I found out about this later. I'm like, oh, hold up, you know what I'm saying? And I could have gotten that life, but I definitely wouldn't have came in as a pack worker. I would have came in as a boss because I was around bosses, nothing but. But I also learned that, you know what, this ain't what I want because they all looking over their shoulder. I seen how everything turned out. I got a chance to see up close. You know what I'm saying? I had family members who was running trap houses back there. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why they told me, don't do this. You don't need to do this. Go your ass to school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was in it, but out of it. You know what I'm saying? I was able to be of it, but not in it, as they say. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
why I have the perspective that I do, and I talk the way I talk. But you know, it's like, let's say if rappers was out now, back then, drill rapping. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
It
would it
wouldn't
be
have last.
informant?
It wouldn't have last.
You know what I'm saying? Would it be glorification then? You know what I'm saying?
It
Or
wouldn't have
simply
last.
informant? You know what I mean?
It wouldn't have last. It wouldn't have lasted a month.
The way it is, you know, because like I say, we found out our news Chicago didn't really spread besides the big, you know, cases that they did press conferences about. But just like I saw on the internet, they did the person in O Block for that girl from Recorded. They say they went in there and beat her up.
Yeah, them all facts.
Good God.
I work right
Like,
there. Them all facts.
People gonna prey on the weak wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
for
is,
sure.
these wolves, you know, the wolves got to understand that they're not the only wolves. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is sometimes, just like in the South, stand your ground. You know what I mean? I'm not saying
Right.
going out and inciting war or something like that, but when I was going, Big Dad, you know what I'm talking about when I said denying safe harbor. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Not, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, like, we're not going to have this on this block. It can be done. And then the next block and the next block and the next block. But not just saying, no, y'all can't do this, but be willing to enforce that. You know what I'm saying? It always comes down to enforcing what a person's saying, because otherwise it's just words. Why people idolize these folks around here now is because
right.
they have the propensity to back up exactly what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but through the
a
internet,
lot
the
of them
internet make
lyrics just
everybody.
be hype. Because I was listening to the Lil Durk album. I'm like, is this real? Is this real? Like, do they
Yeah,
not fear the FBI? Like, they took down this whole YSL Rigo thing for lyrics. You know, they're putting lyrics in, like that white man said on the press conference during the FBG Duck case. If you put this in your lyrics, we coming after you. We gonna investigate.
hey, thank you, man. Media,
Yeah,
man.
they
It's
don't
just
care
like,
about
why
Thank
are
you,
that.
y'all
bro.
putting it in lyrics?
Thank
Like,
you so
why are
much.
y'all? Why? Like, that's what I want to know too, Big Dale. Like, what's the whole point
See,
of
the
that's
thing about
glorifying
that, the
that.
thing about that is this. The thing about that is this. What we don't understand, we everybody got war tactics. They do it different ways. It's not slavery anymore. We don't have to be. We enslave ourselves. Because look how we destroy ourselves. We destroy each other. You understand
Facts.
what I'm saying? It's no
Right.
love. There's no shared
We
value.
killing each other when it comes to
It's
this
a,
drill
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
rarely do
So,
you see
but you got to realize this. What is drill? What is the difference between drill and rap and R&B? Is it?
TA.
Is it?
It's like a takedown mission. It's like I'm gonna drill you and then I'm gonna go take you down. Like,
But that's not what drill. That's not what drill originated from. That's why I say this documentary is going to be so crucial because when it's showed and it's proven who started drill, where it started from, y'all gonna be like, wow.
Hey, big deal. Was it the
Yes, sir.
guy, Pac-Man or something like that
Yeah,
from
that's who
Drum
started it,
City or
bro.
something like that?
That's who started it. Ain't no question.
That's what I
That's who
heard.
started it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna show who he got it from.
Okay.
He
All
got
right.
it. Listen, drill. Listen, I ain't gonna get it all up, but drill was not about killing, man. Trust me when I tell you. And I'm gonna go back and it's all documented. And it's gonna show where it first started at, where it took off at, where it was at. I'm gonna show how all it was in a room together. If you go back and you go on my page and you go down and you look at my wedding, you're gonna see twins in my wedding. You're gonna see Varney in my wedding. That's one of the BD twins.
Right.
That's my friend. We've been friends. We've been friends since I think we was like 12 or 13. Whatever he went his way. Hey, auntie. Hey, what's going on? Listen, he went his way. I went my way. He did what he did. I did what I did. But at the end of the day, he came to support me for my wedding. Now, if you go back and you look, Twin, you know who his son is, right?
Right.
OTF Lil Barney.
Yeah.
Who they
Right.
call the muscle. His other son is Whoop. When they
Right.
talk to me, I'm Uncle Dale. You understand what I'm saying? They address me as uncle. I'm an uncle to them. When this drill all started, all them was together, man. King Louis, Dirt, Vernie, Chief Keef, Reese, JoJo, all of them was together.
So how did the separation
Idolize
become?
Chief Keef.
I got
I'm gonna
I
show
got a
you in the
question to ask
documentary.
Dale though. I got a question to ask Dale about that when you get done with
I'm gonna
yours
show
though. Go
you in the
ahead.
documentary though. Go ahead, OMC. What you want to ask me?
No, I thought Mob here was gonna ask something.
I just was wondering, like I was listening to him say, like, they all was together, and I'm just trying to understand, like, how
I
did
can't
everything
say too much.
separate?
I ain't
I
gonna.
know a lot of the violence and like shit like that, but it just kind of baffles my mind, man, to understand, like, if all of them guys was together and how things could be if they, stayed together, how big the whole Chicago movement could be. It
Hey,
just kind of,
I
it's
think
crazy, man.
jealousy. If
How,
I had to
like
guess,
you say, it
jealousy.
turned into a
Somebody was
blood
low key
sport,
jealous,
and
man, and they
now
wanted
it's
to
just so
be
much blood on
they
the ground, and
jealous.
it's just so much murder out there that it seemed like, we planted to their hand with the whole genocide thing, man. Like,
exactly, bro.
it's
Exactly.
crazy, bro.
Hey, hey, hey. Listen to me, bro. You hit it on the head, bro. But I ain't gonna. Hey, St. Louis, baby. I can't give it up. I can't get my documentary up right now. Y'all, we gonna put it together. But, bro, I'm gonna show you the proof, the truth, and the facts, and I'm gonna have them guys talk. Them guys gonna come. Them guys gonna talk. They gonna tell their part to play into what I'm saying, bro. It's a video. It's a video. It's videos. It's document videos, man, to prove the truth about what's going on. See, it's bigger than what we think. You understand what I'm saying? Bo
Right.
Deal gonna come. He gonna be. There's so many people that was really instrumental in this music game that's gonna come and gonna sit down with me and we gonna go and we gonna put it all out here. They ain't gonna like it, especially the record companies. They ain't gonna like it. If you think about back when Kanye West first jumped off, what did he say? I could not get a record deal in Chicago. I had to go to New York.
Yeah,
Think back.
yeah, I remember that.
Think
Yeah.
back. You know why? You know why? Because they would not take talent from Chicago because they felt there was a risk. They felt that everybody was dying. Then it changed. Then came the prison, the pipeline with these kids. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's different things that played in the part to where it started being feasible and it started being marketable. But I'm gone from that. We're gonna go back to what we was talking about. Why do we glorify these type of things? Why are these things glorified? Like Truth Teller, that's my brother. I talk to him, I deal with him, and we converse on certain things. And he said he's a drill historian, and I told him, no, you're not. No, you're not. See, if you to really know me, I'm very confrontational. I'm not a yes man. I'm not
Right.
one of those individuals that's gonna come to somewhere and I could be by myself and it could be 50 people. If I believe that what I'm standing on and what I'm talking about is right, man, we got to come on with it. I ain't tucking my tail like that. Now I ain't saying I'm gonna crash out, but I ain't saying I'm tucking my tail like that. Yeah, yeah. Made Media Magazine. He definitely a goat. He a goat, but he a goat. He a goat with the message that I think need to be toned down a little bit. He needs to start glorifying some of them people instead of playing the instigator. The baddest man tapped my hand. See, I played that in school too. When I wanted to make two people fight that really didn't want to fight, I would instigate. Who's the baddest? The baddest man hit my hand. They hit my hand. I hit the person. Now they fight, and he ain't even the one that hit him. It's me that hit him. So
Wow.
if he's steady saying, I'm gonna just use the Big P situation. Everybody pouncing on the Big P situation, but it's a situation where his brother got killed, he got shot, different things went on. Let's take the light off that. Let's take the light off that. Why we keep putting the light on that and we saying that people really done lost their life? Let's put a plug on that.
I mean, Big P is putting the light on it because he don't have no other avenue. He don't have no help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen to this. Big P couldn't put no light on it if he ain't had no platform to put it on.
I mean, somebody gonna watch it. Like that's the thing. Like the people who are the viewers who are searching out the content, that's who gonna watch it and they gonna share it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Curveball TV say truth teller is not the GOAT. He say he a goofy. hey, look, I ain't instigating nothing. I used to instigate. I ain't instigating nothing. That's your opinion, bro. That's your opinion, and I ain't getting in that because I'm not going to defend that. I'm not going to touch that. I don't know what reason that you feel like that with him or whatever happened, but I just feel like this. Let's turn the light off some of that. Let's start pulling these platforms from these people, far as cutting the light off of it. When it's going too far and they start to shoot and they start to kill, let's cut the light off on it. Like everybody want to talk crazy to Charleston White. But my thing about Charleston White is this. How could Charleston White respect us and we don't respect ourselves?
Yeah, like the thing with Charleston, like a lot of people say,
down here though, y'all. He really be out here just.
I'm gonna let you have it.
He be out here. I mean, you can. Charleston is a different breed.
Let me say this though. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm not in his defense. What I'm saying is because to me he's a prostitute. He's a prostitute and he's a female, and I could never fight with him. I could never fight with him. I could never academic too. I don't support nothing he do either. But I'm talking about Charleston White that I'm gonna get the academic. I cannot do nothing with Charleston White. Charleston White is like me fighting a girl. Look at me. Do it look like I'm gonna fight a girl? I got a wife. My wife will tell you I'm a gentle giant. I can't fight no girl. Now, man, we can get it on. I can't fight him. He like a girl. Because he gonna call the police. I ain't calling no police.
Yeah, he is.
He gonna take pictures. He took pictures and sent it to my man Bodil. He threatened to call the police. He did. How could I fight him? How could I fight him? I can't.
It's like you just know when you see him at QT or anywhere because he do be patrolling through the hood. Queen. And if you see him, I just don't even speak. I just keep going. I just be like,
Oh, he been in your area there? That's right here. So he from Fort Worth, right?
Fort Worth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fort Worth is like 30 minutes up the street, but if you go to the Big T Bazaar where Boosie got shot, that's in Oak Cliff. You know, where Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy, like it's nothing to see Trap Boy Freddy in the hood.
You want to come up here, man? I'm gonna put the link in there.
Yeah, but you was gonna ask me something, Dale?
Yeah, I said if I see him, man, I'm running, man. I can't.
Everybody know Charleston White got the police in his back pocket, man. He gonna snitch you.
Yeah. So how can we?
He said it.
Yeah.
He said it flat out.
See, we know about Charleston White, but he just got viral on the internet because Charleston was policing Saucy Walker and them, whatever not Saucy Walker, but the dude that's a rapper from Fort Worth.
Yeah, I know you talking about.
You know who I'm trying to say. But everybody know not to fool with him because if he know any of your business, he don't snitch. He gonna snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's neither here now. But But I was
Only
gonna ask you,
fool
Dale, we
fall
was
behind.
when you talked about Barney, right? And you was talking about putting a stop to stuff, you know what I mean? And I was gonna ask you, like, did you knew Cash well, so when he made the song Back Again 2 times, you know what I'm saying? You know the line
Right.
I'm talking about. You know where I'm finna go with this.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? About, put the muscle in the wheelchair, that part, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Have you ever had any conversations with him about like certain lyrics? Get a
Hey,
chance to talk
hey,
to him?
hey, bro. Let me tell you this, man. I really, like I said, I really don't like talking about the situation with Casual, man, because it crushed me, and it's
Uh,
really like unbelievable, bro. But Cash was so mad at me because I blocked him, bro. I blocked him. I can go to my Texas messages, my Facebook, and everything. And he was like, "Man, Pops, why you block me?" And I told him, I felt like this. Them boys, I raised them like I raised you. Don't put me in the middle of that to where I have to choose who is who and what is what. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Right.
Don't take that route. I told him, bro, don't take that route, Cash. Because if you take that route, Cash, you got to take everything that come with it, man. And sure enough, man, sure enough,
What's going on, y'all? What's going
you, what's
on?
going on? What's going
What's
on,
up?
man?
What's up with it?
Introduce yourself, man. Let them know who you is.
Hey, I got my YouTube curveball with my real name, Montez.
You ain't got to say
Montez.
your real name, bro.
No, I'm
My
just
real
saying. I'm
name up
just saying
there.
shit. I don't got no problem. I ain't hiding shit, nothing like that.
Right. Where you from?
I'm from Champaign. I'm from Champaign, Illinois, but a lot of my family, like my granddaddy and my daddy and them, they from Chicago, so I be tuned
Okay.
in and be up there a lot. Shit.
Okay.
That's
Well, what's
what's
up,
up.
So
man? Welcome to How Can We Stoop So Low podcast, brother.
yeah, no, I've been watching y'all. I be following y'all. I be tuned in with Trenches. That's how I be tuned in with Trenches, C Hood, and y'all be tuned in with y'all.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's
yeah.
up.
No, I fuck
What
with the
about
messages
Made
because
Media? Check out Made
I'm on the
Media
younger side.
magazine
I'm
too
only
now.
25, but I fuck with the messages because like I just see all the bullshit that be going on out here, and I just be and for me to be a younger motherfucker, everybody mind state don't be like mine, so it'd be hard for me to find other people my age to interact with and talk with about this shit with.
You faded out,
Sound went
brother.
out, bro.
Your sound went out.
Oh shit! Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I can
good
hear
now.
you
Yeah,
now.
we can.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, I'm on the younger side. I'm only 25, so I was just saying it'd be hard for me to find people to interact and talk about this type of shit with. Well, I mean, I was doing a little podcast. I was just down in Atlanta. My auntie got a studio down there, so we was using her studio for a podcast, and we were just talking about all the shit that was going on with my cousins. Besides that, though,
Uh,
if y'all got time, y'all can if y'all got time, y'all can look it up. It's called Roll One Light One podcast. We just be kicking the bobos,
put it in
smoking,
the
and talking
chat.
about
Put
the
it in the
world
chat, bro.
events.
Yeah, throw it in the chat.
Yeah, throw it in the chat.
Yeah, so we can check it out.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But
And check out Made Media magazine. Check out OMC.
Made
Say it with
Media
your chest. I
OMC.
want you to check out all of them, man. Go
Okay.
check
Just
out
put them in the
everybody,
chat
man.
so we
Y'all
can go
cool.
back and look it up.
Oh yeah, I'm about to drop the link.
Yeah.
but we was talking about like I think it was like way earlier. Y'all was talking about the just that constant cycle, and there's if y'all believe in like the spirit of ancestral spirits and things like that. And this was when I learned about how Cabrini Green was built on top of like some it was like an area where there was a lot of murders being done. And then how people talk about you build it on old Native American land or something, burial grounds and things, and it just that spirit is still there because they were really
I'm,
connected with nature.
I'm finna
Now,
run now, OMC. You
Hey, you
you
getting
you
deep
going
now,
you going
OG.
you
all right,
going
no, but check it out.
pet cemetery. I believe in Allah.
All right,
God
all
Allah.
right. Well,
That's it.
you had the Checkacool Indians. That's where Chicago came from, the Checkacool Indian tribe. All right. So what the natives had was they had this policy. Okay, it's called the Morning Wars. as in like you mourning a loved one. Their
Right.
mourning wars was basically to take out another member of the offending tribe. And it didn't matter who it was, whether it be the person who committed it or a family member. And that was a duty of that tribe to carry that out until it was done. And then the other family would do the same thing. See where I'm going with this?
It's
Like
like
this,
history kind of repeating itself
You
with
say history
right.
what's
repeats
going on
itself.
now.
Right.
This is ancient, bro. Like this is, I mean, it blew my mind when I saw this. I was like, man, how to, like, I mean, it was literally describing everything that happens now. And so in light of that, that's why I say, like, sometimes, you gotta eat you gotta eat an elephant one bite at a time and
Right.
not try to go too big, because, to try to stop it all together, it's a great goal. That's the great goal. But sometimes trying to do that, we forget the small victories leading up to it. And so it'll be best to, instead of saying, let's stop the violence, when we all know that violence is going to be where it's going to be, but just
Right.
take it down to, take it down some levels. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
more doable and it's more feasible and it's less discouraging when things do go bad. You know what I mean? Because what we're facing is something it's an ancient energy. It's an ancient spirit, it permeates through every land that we've been on. Go to any city.
Right.
Some cities more powerful than others. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah.
you have these centers where it's just so violent, and others it may not be. Chicago is one of those areas. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. So I just want to get on it. Like it's a historical context to this, and so all we could try to do is bring it down.
Right.
Instead of
And see, in Dallas, it's more violent when it comes to drugs, like territory.
Yeah.
For us, from what I see, when it comes to the drug houses, say if you in South Dallas and you want to deal on a block and these cats been here, that's where you gonna get your violence, and they gonna take out the newbies that want to sell on a block.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
too
really hear
close to that
them
border.
take out drill people like that, but they, like you say, I mean, they take you out when it come to the drug
Murder.
houses. You want to
They talk
hustle
about
and
murder.
hustle on somebody block, you gonna die.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we was talking about having, like, people used to have chiefs and people running the deck, 2 and 3 star universals and all that back in the day.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Well, the drill rapper is the 3 star universal now. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's more risky
Wow.
to be the rapper. It's more deadly to be the rapper than the drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? To be the bag man, to be the plug,
Right.
because they are the flagship. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know about them if you didn't have the person, the spokesman basically making the songs, especially if they good and people listening to them. So now everybody knows about this. That's going to bring the customers. That's going to bring the fans. It's going to bring everybody there. And that's when the money going to come in, you see? So it's like,
Right.
let's take out the rapper, you know what I'm saying? And then that's that. You know what I mean? So these guys that's out there, you know what I'm saying? That's putting their voices out there. And this goes back to what you was talking about earlier, Dale, the difference between drill and rap and all that. And it's like the umbrella is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Some people may say, oh, that's not
Yeah.
hip hop. No, hip hop is the culture itself.
Hmm.
Everything else is just an offshoot of it, whether it be drill, whether it be gangster rap, whether it be, whatever, you know what I mean? All those
Right.
different things. So
Right.
drill is just one more creation out of the umbrella of hip hop. Now, within the culture
I
of hip
agree.
hop itself, drill has its place, because why did hip hop start? It was a way to, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. It was
Right.
people telling their stories from the hardships and the ghettos. Drill is no different. And they only simply telling what that story is. What's going on? It's killing, a whole lot of killing, a whole lot of drugs, a whole lot of this. It's just storytelling. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? And there is glorification. The industry does that. And the attention that people put behind it, like you said, that's the glorification. And
Right.
then when you get people who just speak about it, the attention and the glorification is already there. When somebody just talks about it, I don't see that. That's not a glorification. You know what I'm saying? You're just simply saying these people have a face, they have a name. They're not just this. You know what I'm saying? They are also this. These people did this for the community.
What's
These
up,
people
brother?
love their
What's up,
families.
baby?
They took care of these kids. You know what I mean? But
Right.
you can't get to that without telling what everybody already know. People gonna be like, oh, but they did do this. Yeah, somebody's always willing to hold the bad against somebody. But hey, as long as you're throwing that good out there, I don't see where it's a glorification. You know what I mean? Or idolization. Now, if it gets to where, yeah, if it's like just bragging, but I don't think I heard anybody brag on anybody yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, well, except for academics and people like that. But Anybody else, I haven't heard any real like bragging or anything, but just to tell a story, I mean, hell, Chicago Scene 88 and a whole bunch of other channels then told the story a million times. You know what I'm saying? We know that part. You know what I'm saying? So it's already glorified if that's the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because academics tries to take the credit. He even said it on the latest Joe Budden podcast about the stories in Chirac. Like nobody was talking about Chirac until I guess he was bringing light to it. But it was like I don't even remember him
He was a
talking about
buffoon.
that.
He was a
Yeah,
buffoon.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, man.
Academics, he a
Straight
clown.
before.
He was a straight coon, man. That dude was
He's
a coon.
bullshit, man.
He want all the credit. He want all the credit. He said he made Chief
You
Keef.
don't
He
give
said he made
nicknames to people.
Chicago.
You don't make people into comic book characters, basically, with their real
Right.
lives.
Right.
Right,
That dude was a
right,
cool.
exactly.
He
Hey,
is.
Bobby,
He
what's
is.
up,
He's
Bobby?
something
What's going on,
serious,
man?
man.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. Listen, man, listen. And I gotta say this, OMC, not to cut y'all off.
Go ahead.
It is no money in Chicago. Nobody is hustling. Hustling is over. Hustling
Even on
is
the west
over.
side?
Man, the west side, they work for the police.
Well,
Damn, bro.
Come on, man. They paying the people
Yeah, because y'all got free weed.
So that's what I know. I don't know the south side.
$1,200, $1,400.
I grew up on the west side, so like west side has always been the
Yeah,
hustlers, man.
they get money. Listen to me. Don't get me wrong. They get somebody put the link back in the chat for me. I can't get back to the link. Made Media Magazine. Could you get the link? Could you take that link back down and pin it up? So I got somebody else trying to get in. I'm trying to stay focused while I don't get out. Please, brother. Thank you. Listen, the west side is all the way different from the south side of Chicago, man. The west side, they still chasing their bag. The south side I'm finna send you the link. Give me 1 minute, Bob. The south side is all about shooting and killing. That's it. They don't want no money. You can't get these boys a lottery ticket. The only vision that they see is getting some money, is dissing somebody, and they gonna get a record deal. That's their hoop dream. They think that's their way out. So they take that 2-3 minutes of fame that they get, and they get Instagram and what's the name famous, and get a half a deal, get a couple dollars, so somebody slide up and knock their whole block off.
Yeah, and be
They
dead
ain't
in a
got
couple
enough
of
money.
months.
They ain't got enough money to really go nowhere. They ain't got enough money to really get away. So they come back and they slip up and they get got for that 5 minutes fame.
hey,
Yeah.
Big Dan. Hold on, Ocean. We just got a quick little question, man. Like, like all the violence and shit that's going on, like you say, the south side is so much killing. As far as like the access to the guns and shit like that, just like the accessibility to the the firearms and shit, like that question ain't never crossed your mind, man. Like, how the hell do these young guys get all this firepower, man? Now I know they can get the guns, but it's so many guns on the streets, man. Like
That's easy.
it's crazy.
Too
And I know
easy.
it's easy to get them, but like
There go,
crazy,
Bobby.
man.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Listen.
And they creating
Let me tell
switches.
y'all
I'm like, what
something.
the hell is going on?
Let me tell y'all something. Hold on, Queen. Let me say this to y'all.
But where the fuck are these guns coming from?
Nah, I'm finna tell you. Listen, man. Guns gonna be around. They're gonna be here. They're easy to get. They can get a gun before they can get something to eat. So you gotta understand. They be lying talking about the police drop a bag of guns in the alley and all that, man. You can get guns off the freight train.
Yep.
You see they hooking cars up to the gun store, tearing the whole door off of them. Taking all the guns out of there. It's different ways these people getting guns. You can go to the gun store.
They breaking into people's houses and stealing guns. They breaking into cars,
listen, you can go
guns.
to the gun store. You can go to the gun store and buy a gun.
All you gotta do is take a trip over in Indiana, man, and you good.
Yeah,
Take a trip to Indiana, get them, boom, you back in the city. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
Making guns. They got these ghost Glocks now. They done got so creative. They go on making guns. Like when we was young,
they making guns.
We used to make zip guns.
Crazy.
They making Glocks now.
Yeah, they making switches.
Yeah, and like, see the thing with and I this is get on my nerves. I be seeing on the news people be wanting to sue the gun manufacturers, and I be trying to attack the Second Amendment and all that. And it's like companies, they got to make money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're gonna try to make the next best product to keep you buying their guns. You know what I'm saying? That's got nothing to do with
Exactly.
people do on the streets with them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing.
That's
Exactly.
just capitalism. That's business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? They making something over here. Hey, Glock, what y'all gonna do? You know what? Let's
Right.
make them automatics. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let's make it automatic. Hey, let's make a switch. And then you know what? I don't think they called, such and such. Hey, you got a video coming up. Hey, we're gonna send you some switches, some complimentary switches. I want you to show these off and make sure the camera pan on them when you shoot your next video. I don't think it worked like that. You know what I'm saying?
It don't.
It's just
It don't.
people going, they see a product, they like it, they're gonna buy it. That's just consumerism. They're gonna put
Man.
it in their videos. Everybody gonna want them.
Then they
Now,
post it all over on TikTok. They promoting how to do things on TikTok, how to steal cars on TikTok, how to make
Only in
guns on
America
TikTok.
though. Only in America. Not in
yeah,
China. Hey Bobby, that's the link right there. Just click on that link, and it'll send you to the guest. Y'all go ahead. Excuse me, y'all.
Somebody just stole my car with a USB port, but I got it back.
See, listen. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Let me say this. Let me say this. With our culture, we don't understand business. We take everything personal.
True.
That's why it's so much murder. That's why it's so much killing. That's why it's so much destruction. We take everything personal. Them making guns is business. Them getting guns out here to be sold is business. We take it all personal. When we get those guns, we don't do what those guns are supposed to be. We don't do what you're supposed to do with a gun. Period. Everybody is riding around with a gun on offense instead of having your gun for defense. That's why when you step on somebody's shoe, they shoot you 100 times because their whole attention was offense anyway.
Right.
They not thinking. They conscious ain't what it would be if they didn't have a gun. They just, you got the gun, so you got that build up courage. The things that you might have walked off, or you might wouldn't have dressed at the time. When you got that gun, man, I'm gonna go and address this right now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
You Mighty Mouse without the gun, he's Superman with the gun.
Bruh. I remember
so
I remember growing up, man, and like whenever a gun would, get into our hands some way, you know what I'm saying? I would see it was almost like the gun had a spirit that possessed that person, man, because the first, and y'all can probably vouch for this. The first thing they do, they probably ain't got no beef. You ain't heard them have no enemies or no beef, not throwing one punch all summer. But as soon as, you know what I'm saying, somebody might bring that one gun, probably some old ass 38 with like 6 rusty bullets in them. Probably got 4 bullets rusty as hell in that bitch. But you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker get that bitch and they get it in their hand, they look at it and they be like, man, I can't wait till a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You hear that?
Just piss you off.
That's that spirit right there. Man, I can't wait till a motherfucker. Boy, I swear I wish somebody. I'm like, damn, bro. Now you wishing for something. Like, just you wasn't even on that. Now you got a gun in your hand.
Crazy,
and then
that's real shit.
They
got to argue with everybody. All of a
shield.
sudden, everything's an offensive question. Man, get your this motherfucker, and then they just want to pull it out, just be like, what nigga, I'll pop your. And it's like, dude, what's the fucking point?
What you say? Nothing.
Just to be playing sometime, you know what I'm saying? Just so they can pull it out and show it. And I'm like, nigga, what the, like, you know what? I ain't finna hang around you, bro, because I know what you about to do.
Man,
you
finna me and you to jail.
Mm-hmm.
We in there with
you know
Ooze murder. We in the Ooze murder because you got the gun that killed Kennedy. You went and found some old rusty pistol. they done killed everybody with it. And you done felt it. Now you just around here like John Wayne. Come on, man.
And then they don't even invest in it. You know what I'm saying? You see them next summer, they still got the same 4 bullets. You know what I'm saying? Be like, bro, you ain't bust one thing. What the hell you around here talking for? Get that shit up, bro.
Hey, they trying to shoot somebody. They need a tetanus shot before they get anything.
For real, man. I mean,
for real.
But it's a spirit. But why they take it personal? All right, I got a little opinion on that. It's because just like showing how all those stores and stuff close. Right. When you have nothing, the smallest thing is everything. True. And so whether it be a girlfriend, like they say a lot of wars start over females. When you have people who have nothing, the smallest thing, a new pair of shoes, hell, it could be a knockoff Pelly jacket. I don't know anything. that's the world. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put value into anything when you feel like you have nothing and you feel like you are nothing because you've been either treated as nothing or, you know, the world has told you through history, you know, fake history or school or whatever, that we are nothing, that you're in the ghetto, you're supposed to struggle, and this is what it's supposed to be like. And it's like, nah, that's not what it's supposed to be like. And you are, you know, you're much more than just, you know, slavery and civil rights. You know what I mean? So when you're sitting here, we got to have, you know, they got to know that they have more to it. So those rappers, you know, like you was talking about, you know, they get a little money, they ain't got enough to get out, and then they get a little clouded up. You know, it's important that if they got OGs around them or something like that, have an avenue like, look, hey, we got this thing going over here. Invest some of this money over here. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? This can make money for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That way everybody can eat. Everybody may not be able to leave Chicago. Everybody may not want to leave Chicago, but now they have somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? So people, I know, like people like Bo Dill, he got financial literacy. He knows how to do all that stuff. You know, you know,
his wife just opened up a cupcake place, a bakery. And I heard they got a hit. I'm definitely gonna take my wife up there. They got a hit.
Yeah, I be watching them. I be watching them on Instagram, man. You know what I'm saying?
He doing his thing. Hey, listen, y'all. I ain't trying to stop everybody, but man, it's 24, 25 of us on there, and I got one light. Run them lights up, man.
Oh, I liked it already.
We need to get this message out.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's 29 likes. I just wanted to mess with them. Yeah, I see it. Let's run these likes up and let's get this message out. Maybe we can save a life. That's all I really want to do. If I could save one life, man, I did my job.
Right.
That's mainly what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to beef with nobody. I ain't trying to bicker. I ain't trying to tear nobody platform down, but I do say don't come for me.
I saw that little short video you made a couple weeks ago about you.
You know, and my thing that is when we have a, you know, any kind of movement, you know, that's, you know, you got COINTELPRO and all that stuff that come and where, you know, and tear things apart. But every time you look at a movement, you know, I think of it as making music. You know what I mean? If you know, you got many notes. If you had a piano, I just said this, not if you get at a piano and you just hitting one key, it's just gonna be one note, boom, boom, boom. But you start hitting different notes and you got beautiful music. You know what I mean? Right. And so everybody's approach, everybody's input is all a part of that song. You know, all the magic happens in that studio. Hours of work going to a studio to make a 3-minute song, and it seems like magic, but there was a whole lot going in between that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at all of us in this whole community online. We are different keys to the same song, you know what I'm saying? So let's keep making music, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna definitely keep doing that. Andrew Arlington, yeah, you're right. It started with the parents. You're right. It definitely started with the parents playing. And that's what y'all was saying the other night, OMC, you and Swiper. It started with the parents.
Yeah, and I mean, but and it starts with the parents. You know, I'm a product of that. But also, you know, parents can't stop everything either. You know, a lot of the times, you know, like let's say I would have got killed out there in the streets, right? And I was doing something. My parents would have been on the news talking about he went to school, he did that, because they had no idea what I was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
They had no idea, so it wouldn't be on them because they told me everything. They provided everything. And if I'd have went out there and did something, they wouldn't have known about it. All they would have known is I went to school, I got good grades, I was at home, blah, blah, blah. They wouldn't have known what else was going on. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no internet to put out back then. So it's like when people, you know, blame the parents, you know, people don't realize the parents be doing all they can. We are raised to be individuals. You know what I'm saying? We're not raised to be under our parents, you know, thumb all the whole time. They try to raise us the best they can. And then we grow up as individuals and we make our choices and we take the consequences with them. So they wouldn't have known what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? If someone would have, you know, I'm glad nothing bad happened to me, but if it did, they wouldn't have known about it. You know what I'm saying? They'd have been totally in the dark. And that's probably what a lot of these parents, when they say my kid was this and they showing the graduation pictures on the news, but it's a bunch of people sitting back like, man, get the hell out of here, man. They was doing this and doing that, but the parents didn't know. They have to trust. They trust in the Lord. They trust that they, you know, that they, everything that they've imparted on them is carrying them the right way, but they may choose something totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's your name? QC?
That's OMC.
Oh, OMC.
Yeah, he
I
got a
have to
podcast.
admit,
Check
I
him
mean,
out.
because that
Go
definitely hits
subscribe.
home what you're saying, because that's you are 1,000% right. Because my auntie sat there on that couch and told us in 2009 the same thing, man. And you all the way up wherever you is, and I'm all the way in Dallas, and that is so true. My auntie just went to church. She was on the Ursha board. She went to church. She went to work. She didn't know what my cousin was doing, and we was sitting there just looking stupid because we knew what he was doing, but at the same time, it was like we didn't want to break her heart and tell her because you right. You are exactly right. It's so universal because we sat there and she didn't know that her son was out there hustling, gang banging, doing all kind of things. And then when his life got took, you right. That's what she was on the news saying. Even with Chief David Brown, she was on there saying, "Oh, my son," and "Oh, I didn't." He went to school and he was a good kid, but deep behind the lines, it's like that child is never gonna break their mama heart and say,
Yeah.
"I'm out here doing this stuff that's gonna fucking get me killed."
Hey,
Now
you
you
see,
just hit a nail on the head.
yeah, she
Damn,
Nail.
did.
man, that
And look
just
what,
touched home for
hey,
me because it
OMC.
is so
Yeah.
true.
OMC, look in the
Damn.
comments and look what under Andrew Arlington said. He said a lot of these shorties are down because the negative stigma of being a square is in the black community. And that goes back to what
Oh,
I said.
That's a
That
good
goes
one.
back
bruh.
to what I said. Why are we glorifying on these platforms what
That's a
these
good
young
one.
black kids doing? So he just came and said the same thing I'm saying and what the whole live is about. Why are we glorifying that?
Bruh, you just described my life. What was his name?
Andrew Arlington.
Andrew. You described a good portion of my life, bruh, because I was that square. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try to go and prove that I was the hardest or something like that for other people. Now, again, nobody knew what I was doing over on Leamington and Ferdinand. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it on my block that I hung on. I was somewhere
Right,
else. You know what I'm saying? I was a
right.
traveler. You know what I'm saying? I was a Wicked Town, Leamington and Ferdinand. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't I didn't have the patience to sell drugs. My drug selling career lasted about 5 seconds because I didn't have no patience to be sending out there. I was bored as hell. You know
Hey,
what
at
I'm
least you
saying?
keep it
Not
a
five
buck, man. At least
seconds.
you keep it a buck.
You know, so I was down to box, you know what I'm saying? I was down to rep, and I wanted to be the shooter, you know what I'm saying? But it
Right,
was all about business and hustling. So wasn't nothing to shoot at, you know what I'm saying?
right.
You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? But I was itching, you know what I'm saying? But once the other people on my block that I hung off on Parkside, once they knew what I was doing, they was like, "Man, your brother out here 3-star university and your stupid ass up, man. Get your ass," you know what I'm saying? They like, "Man,
Yeah,
he'll fucking kill our ass if we don't get you out this shit, man." You're like, you put another, we gonna fuck you up if you put another gun in your hand.
yeah.
Now,
Because back then, if you shot a gun and you stopped the flow of that money, you was getting a whooping. Ain't
yeah,
nothing to talk about.
Mm.
You man, you couldn't
right.
shoot no gun. Boy, you did something to make it hot. Oh man, you definitely gonna get that belt. It's
They was
different
like,
now.
if you gonna get in this shit, you need to click up with your brother, bro. Don't be out here doing it. But it wasn't for him. It was for me. I wanted the experience. You know what I'm saying? Now, there was other people in the crowd that I hung around, that didn't like me. You a lame, you a squares nigga, you go to school, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, man, look, I ain't did nothing to y'all. I don't know y'all, but y'all choose to target me. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I live on this block that y'all own. But otherwise, you know what? I'm gonna just live my life. I watch them drop like flies, one
Yeah.
by one by one.
Oh my mama, that's hey look, that's how it go. And it's so crazy because it's so crazy that you say that. It go back to like with my son was a square. If you go through any of them videos, you see him in there, you see him he was the life of the party. Just
Right,
like Cash, man. Cash was one of the silliest, funniest, man. Them boys got together. I'm talking about, man, I got so many videos and parties and at my wedding and different things, man. Them boys was the life of the party. Silly, they either chasing a girl or chasing some money. My son was a lame, man, because that's how I raised them. That's how I raised my kids, man. Don't get me wrong. They got in their blood because we ain't no pushovers. But that ain't
right,
what they was looking for, bro.
right,
My
right,
motto is this. We don't believe in ops. I don't believe in ops. I don't believe in opposition. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in none of that. How is your brother your op? That's the biggest misconception of the world, man. And people are dying for that.
Yeah.
These kids are
well,
actually dying.
I mean, we like to say this phrase, my truth and your truth. It's like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a truth, but it's not their truth. You know what I'm saying? If they're in it, then in their minds, ops do exist. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's the battlefield right there. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
convincing, not just convincing, you know what I'm saying, the people you know, but convincing the people that they're going against. That's the hardest part, is the other side, as we say, you know,
Right.
getting them to that same conversation. Because if one side is like, okay, we're going to put our guns down, but the other side don't even know y'all talked about that, guess what's going to happen? You just made a bunch of victims. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's always got to be that hard meetup, that hard conversation where it's going to be a lot of hurt feelings, a lot of people. And look, you know what? Y'all sitting right across the room or the auditorium from the people that y'all been dissing and dissing they dead homies and all this stuff.
I'm
Let's
a
have it
man.
out right now. Let's talk
Yeah,
about this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's gonna be ugly. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have security and all that. You need it.
Nah,
But
that's how
that
we
is
got the peace treaty. That's how we did it. We tricked them. We tricked them in a room. We got them all in the room. Once they got face to face, man, yeah, he said Chicago still pimping. Man, ain't nobody outside.
but
Hey, they shooting the prostitutes. Chicago ain't pimping no more, man. That's over with. But
damn.
let me say this. Let me say this, OFC. That's how we had to trick them. And if you go back like this is how it was. Like they like all of them from Cash them, Duck them, all of them. They used to be so scared for me because I used to go everywhere. I go like now, I go any and everywhere. Ain't no such thing. And they used to be like, man, we ain't gonna post this picture till we know you gone. Or we ain't posting no picture with you. Like you might go on that Cash might got 1 or 2 pictures of me on there. They be like, man, OG, I can't post you because I'm gonna make you hot. You be something everywhere. Nigga do something to you just to hurt us. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
didn't want to believe that. Like, man, I'm cool, man. You ain't nobody go, man. And then a couple things happened. And I had to tell Swayne, like, look, man, understand this. I'm not the toughest nigga in the world. But understand, it ain't gonna end how you want it to end. So if you want to talk, let's talk. If you try to do something else, then do what you do. Just know it's consequences to it. And they was like, man, OG, you crazy.
Huh.
And from there, it led to a conversation. We sat down and we got a mutual understanding. But I started respecting where they was coming from. That's why now, when I'm talking and I'm interacting with these kings and these queens, that's from like 10 on up, I don't talk as much as I do on here. I talk now because I'm talking to my peers. A lot of people on here is my peers. So we can talk, we can have a conversation, and we hoping that they sucking it up. But
Right.
if they on here or they jump on here at that age range, I'm getting them the whole floor.
Uh-huh.
I want to hear what's on their mind. I want to hear where they at so I can meet them where they at. Because
Exactly.
one thing we do gotta understand that they living in the matrix, man. We unplug from what they living and how they living.
Yeah.
You can look at their posts. One of their friends died. Man, I'm gonna meet you there. I'm on my way. I'll see you when I
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, that's
Shit,
so
not
true.
me.
Because all they have is they got a little bit to try to hold on to. Even if it's destructive, it's something. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they got nothing.
Shit. Hey, when it's my time, I ain't in no rush.
None of us in
Nah,
a
nah.
rush.
I'm on my way. I be looking like, nigga, you do know
But
it's over, right?
you had mentioned somebody was saying like, how, you talking to folks. Here's what, when I started learning about how the universe works, you know what I'm saying? The universe teaches you lessons. And this is going back to Aaron's
Oh,
comment
for
about
sure.
being looked down upon as a square. All right. I got a chance to talk to some of those people that gave me a hard time back then. I didn't
Right.
understand that the lesson that I needed to learn was that wasn't my path and it wasn't for me. I wasn't listening, so the universe made it hard on me. He made, the universe used those people that gave me the hard time. Get your ass out of here, your lame ass. They get this and that. I managed to talk to some of them, the ones that did, turn around and start getting construction jobs and stuff. And I used to ask them, I said, yo, why y'all used to give me such a hard time? You know what I'm saying? I had just as much hard as anybody. And they was like, bro, you didn't belong there, man. You was supposed to be doing something different. You know what I'm saying? You was a smart dude. So we did it the best way we knew how. You know what I'm saying? So we fuck with you. We did this and that. You know what I'm saying? To keep you from trying to do what we did because you didn't have to. We needed to do this. We didn't have people to give a shit about us. So that gave me all the understanding in the world. I no longer had hate in my heart. I no longer wanted to, go back and get revenge on the people that made me feel, it was like, damn, that's what they was doing. That, that's the universe did. It uses people. It puts people in your life a certain kind of way to steer your way. If you're not going to listen yourself, it's going to teach you that lesson itself. You're like, no, I got another plan for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they did it, just to keep, once I stopped doing it, everybody was cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it was all love. It was like, get out here, schoolboy. It was like fun, jokes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, thank you. That's why I say thank you. Thank you to all those people who gave me a hard time that I thought that they was trying to make me feel this way or, treat me this way when they was really trying to save my life the best way they could, outside of, tying me down and beat my ass or something, they just like, get the hell up out of here. And I mean, that's what everybody needs, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They need that kind of lesson, like get up out of here. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of here with that. Maybe that ain't around no more. And maybe we got to do a little different nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
We can do it. Listen, Spartan. You said what I think about Common Sense the rapper. I got the utmost respect for Common because Common stood his ground when he did the best he could when the Titan like Ice Cube mentioned his name when they was doing their little dissing thing. I got respect for Common, coming from Chicago. I don't like what he did or what happened with that show The Shy. I don't know what really happened. Like the twist went the wrong way with the destruction of our culture, as far as quote unquote us not being able to reproduce no more. Y'all know what I'm saying. You only can say so much or you'll get in trouble.
I know what you're talking about. Talking about that character they brought on.
Yeah, exactly. I got utmost respect for Common. And Andrew, you say it's not entirely our fault. We've been trained since the beginning, to glorify silly, stupid things and stay away from serious things. That's why the kids commit stupid crimes all day and every day. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hey, and that's what I mean by why do we go? It all goes back to the topic of the whole lot of night. Why do we glorify things that we know is not right, man? Why?
It's to be noticed. A lot of people aren't acknowledged. Like I wish, like all these different platforms, if we can, like all the people that be beefing with each other on Instagram and woofing and throwing guns, they can be on these platforms. You know what I'm saying? They can be moderated. They could be, hey, look, nah, man, let's talk about the real, without incriminating each other. Let's talk about the real. I mean, if we can't do it in person or it's not safe to do it in person, it's this way. Would you get like 10 people on one of these things? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'll see just how many of these issues is like real small, real petty. Well, no, man, because I asked you to hook me up at the store. I didn't have $1 and you didn't give it. It could have been something stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you got the instigators in the background. They want to show the guns and all that. They can't do that on this platform. So to have something where it's like, hey, man, I seen y'all beefing on Instagram. Y'all want to bring it to this platform. Let's try to, and do that by case basis. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got these two people. You may know them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hop on here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this going. Let's really talk it out. You know what I'm saying? That's a each one teach one type deal because now, people like, oh man, Big Dale got this, Trenches got this, get that. Hey, we can get on their platforms, hey, you got some music you want to show, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? See anybody. And they could be like, hey man, yo, let's get these, hey, such and such invited us on. They notice us, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes these, like they say, kids want attention, whether it's good or bad, they'll act out just to get the attention, even if they're getting an ass whooping. That's what I see with a lot of this. It's just a lot of need, but like we always say, I am somebody. They are treated like nobodies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and when they get that clout, they are somebody now. Sometimes the clout is good enough for them. Be broke as a joke, but everybody know who they are. And that's gold for them. That's the pinnacle, you know what I mean? And so it's all about seeing us as people, you know what I mean? And that goes, oh, she ain't on here no more. I was going to say to her, like, that's where all this, people, filming the hoods and all this stuff. And it's like, who else who better than the people who are there to tell that story? Now, exactly. To be able to solve issues on these platforms instead of them beefing back and forth. I mean, they got whole YouTube. You talk about glorification. They got whole YouTube channels that just popped up that do nothing but show people beefing on Instagram with each other
and getting shot and all kind of stuff. Nighttime,
you know?
nighttime. What you mean? It's wrong. It's wrong, but it feels good. It feels good, like forbidden fruit. What do you mean? What feels good like forbidden fruit?
What are you talking about? Well, you know, the whole forbidden fruit analogy. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it tastes good. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's bittersweet. You know what I mean? It's bitter in the stomach type deal. You know, it tastes good, but it might make you sick.
Yeah.
Meaning that
it don't taste good going down. It might taste good when you bite it. But that pain, that hurt, and that misery of losing your loved ones, no, it don't taste good going down. Trust me.
It's that thrill. It's the thrill. Like who made that post that killing feel like sex or something like that? Now you got to think, to kill somebody, it takes a lot.
Person.
It takes a lot to take a life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why most people can't do it. That's why it's only 3 or 4 shooters out of a clique of 50. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody has that propensity to take that final step. Most people gonna be thinking whether, you know, what my afterlife gonna be like. Am I gonna get caught? What people gonna tell them? Whatever. But it's, you know, you realize that how we're all connected, and you're taking that life. You know, I know they was talking about one. Who was it? PB. You know what I'm saying? They say when he killed his aunt, he threw up. You know, he said he threw up in the sink. You know what I'm saying? He felt sick, and it's like, yeah, you just took a part of you. TB. Terry.
From
Taekwon
man,
World.
They lying, man. They lying.
What?
They lying.
Oh hell.
Hey, they lying, man. Listen, man. Listen.
Here we go.
Listen. A lot of them kids that they portrayed to be killers and doing all that didn't kill nobody, man. They didn't do none of that. Just like K.I., Kira Barnes. Man, that girl wasn't no killer, man. That girl wasn't no killer. I know, man.
Yeah,
listen,
I remember.
Listen, I'm not just talking. I'm not just talking about nothing I think I know. I can get on the phone with this girl mama. I can get on the phone with her real people. I know these kids, like sitting right here with me. Now, the most she probably would have did, you got to think, we're in the neighborhood, and we all together, and we got a thumper, and the police hot, and we think the police hot. Who we going to get a thumper to? The girl.
Yeah.
You go up there with this thumper, the police ain't going to deal with you. You go over there, we going to be straight. Come on, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Now they been talking about this girl did these hits, did all these killing. Who? Come on, man.
Yeah. That been a lot of that been debunked. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get exposed to I didn't even know about drill until, let me see, it was about 2016.
Okay, Spartan. Okay, I see you. Bo Deal coming though, Spartan. Not to cut you off, OMC.
No, you good.
He gonna be on my. He gonna be on the podcast, and he gonna be in my documentary, Drill Killed Our Culture. You got to go to my page and watch the teaser. Go ahead, OMC. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, like hearing like it was like 2016, and I just, you know, I clicked on a video. It was L.A. Capone, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, Chicago is like, they blowing, like, man, because for the longest time, like, man, ain't nobody coming out of Chicago. So I heard that, and then that's when I started, you know, I just immersed myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, Pappy and all the, you know, people from back then. And then I started seeing the documentaries. Oh, this person was killed here. This person was killed. My heart broke, bro. And at that point, I started studying drill. Like, damn, man, we got a whole generation getting killed off. And I'm like, everybody, I'm like, man, they finna blow up. Let me see this other video. Then I see, oh, this person, you know, this person was killed. Damn, like, what the, like, where's all the, like, they supposed to be rich. Like, what the fuck's going on?
You know why they was
You know what I'm saying?
You know why they was dying?
Why is that?
They was portraying something that they really wasn't. These was kids.
And you hear it in their music.
They was kids, bro. Like
yeah.
If you go back to why me and Zach TV had words, and why I was like, hey man, you need to get up with me. I need to see you. And that's how I met Bo Deal too. You go back to the video, and you hear D Nash say, "Hey, the big homie told Zach he had one day to get up with him, but he was coming to find him. We came and found him and hollered at him." Zach TV went in that alley. And if you look at the first interview that them boys was talking about, L.A. Capone and that other boy, what's his name? He locked up right now. I have to ask
Rondo number 9.
Listen, they was rapping about 50 cent cakes, bro. Listen to what
they
was
saying.
Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna stay. Me and my bro eat 50 cent cakes.
Yeah.
Zach created that when he asked them, who y'all ops? Who y'all in tour with? It spread from there. And it went up. Now everybody got ops. Now everybody into it. Now they make it, it's coming for people to keep going and keep and making it happen. Look at it. If that's why I say drill killed our culture. You name me one successful drill rapper that could come home and empower his people and live here and stay here without being killed. You name me one.
I wish I could.
I'll wait.
I can't even do it. You know who I want to say, but you know what I'm saying? It's too.
If you think that's what it is, if you think you got a name, say it. Don't pull no punches. We on
the two most influential ones I see right now, and it'll be great, but Dirk and Ruger.
I said they could come home and live here and empower their people without nobody trying to kill them or kill them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Ain't somebody gonna try to kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody want to go ahead and murk Lil Durk, so
it's nobody. So it goes back to
nobody.
What I said. It's nobody. Drill killed our culture, bro. It killed our whole culture. If you go back and count the lives that have been lost from the time this drill started to now, man.
I tried, bro. I tried. I mean,
they even ran up on him in Atlanta, so they want to get him.
Exactly.
There's a YouTube channel.
Chief Keef, you don't hear nothing about. He's so far away. I mean,
Keef tucked his tail and got out the way.
There's a YouTube channel. There's a YouTube channel that has a list of all the fallen, man. Yeah. I tried to write them. I tried to write all the because I wanted to because I'm like, man, this is my city, man. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this casualty list. I was running out of pages, bro. I had to stop. It broke my heart, man.
The ink probably ran out your pen or you probably broke all the lead out your pencil.
Yeah, because K.I. made it to the news. They did a whole special on her.
She was a hit.
And they did that because she was a female. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've seen so many stories. And then, after hearing, after when Trenches dropped and all that, and he started telling like, man, no, they wasn't like that. They was like, oh, Wooski killed this dude. He was like, man, Wooski was, damn 7, 8 years old. He ain't kill no damn, But I'm like, this is what people know. Hey. I'm from Chicago, so I'm gonna be a little bit more invested. Hey. I'm not just gonna take it at face value, you know what I'm saying, and then believe what I believe. But I'm thinking about people in Kansas City and over in these other cities, and this is all they getting from mainstream news and other documentaries, and all they see is this girl sitting here with all these guns and stuff. Like, no, bro.
Especially that picture when they were showing O.D. Perry with that same little gun, and it's like, how many guns is like that? What if she just
guns get passed around all the time, man.
What if she just was capping for the internet? Like, hey, look.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the mistake. I'm gonna tell you the mistake that K.I. made. When K.I. got on that on that live and got on the internet and said CPK, and if the police come around, we'll kill the police. That's it. Hey, people can play them games. People can play and calm and claim all these murders that it's a proven fact they ain't did. If you really from the neighborhood, you really know the truth, man. That's all I can say. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
And we need more of those people. And what's your name? What's your name here? I don't see your name on the thing.
Who you say? Which one you talking about?
Sister here in Dallas, the one in Dallas.
Ashley.
Yeah, Miss Ashley. Mm-hmm.
Ashley. Mm-hmm. Earlier we was talking about you know when I was talking about how my parents wouldn't have known what I was doing, and you said that's how it was with your aunt, and
yeah, that's how my cousin died, because he would always tell us, man, because my auntie would ask me, but he my first cousin, we grew up together, he just 2.5 years older than me, so it's like you don't never think you trust what they tell you. When he be like, "Oh, I'm all right, I'm gonna be home, don't worry about me. I text you or whatever." And that night he didn't text me. So when the time I woke up Sunday morning to get ready for Sunday school, I was texting him, no response. So my heart just felt like it stopped because he always would manage to text me back. And that's so true. My aunt had a family meeting with us, and she met with all her sisters and brothers. Then she met with the younger cousins, and we sat there and didn't say a damn thing.
Right.
Why not?
Because we saw the hurt in her eyes, man. It was piercing, man. You sitting on that couch. Now we told her years later, like little bits and pieces, but in that moment when you saw she was literally trembling, barely could speak,
Yeah.
seemed like her breath was gonna leave her body,
Yeah,
her
that's different.
oldest son, it was like we didn't want to tell her, well, yeah, Amy, he was selling weed in South Dallas. He was at the trap house.
Uh, you see what like this is my question I wanted to ask. Like, do you think she would have been, less hurt had y'all told her what was going on before?
She didn't believe it. She didn't believe
She didn't
it.
believe.
She didn't believe it. She did not. She didn't want to believe it. She like believed it. I want to say maybe about 4 5 years ago. That's when she really, when she was able to accept it, because the stages of grief. She didn't want to
Yeah.
believe that her
Yeah.
son would be dumb like that, because the
Yeah,
way
that's
she
rough.
raised us, my mama raised me. My mama was a nurse. My dad is a mechanic. You know, she, she's an accountant.
Right.
She raised him. She ain't never smoked. None of our parents, like, they didn't smoke. They didn't drink. They was churchified, Church of God in Christ all the way.
Right.
We was
Right.
always in church. So she didn't want to believe that he was out there in the trap house after church. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? The night before church, trapping, shooting dice,
Yeah, that hurt.
selling whatever
That
kind
hurt.
of drug you want. They wasn't in there on no rap stuff. You feel me? They was in South Dallas in the broke down homes or whatever, trapping.
But Dallas is like a baby Chicago. Some parts of it.
Yeah, Fort
yeah,
Fort
It's
but
like
Worth
a
is
slum
really, really bad.
Chicago.
Like Oak Cliff, you kind of know which parts not to really go. And see, he was in South Dallas by the Texas State Fair. So it was like when he got killed, it was like that the murder never been solved, right? All
Yeah.
these years. You see what I'm saying? From 2009, and we in 2022,
right.
almost in 2023. Okay. And we feel in our heart that his friends set him up.
Yeah.
Why the
Hey,
hell would
nine
he
times
be going over there to some apartments? You ain't never went over there, bro. You didn't think to know, but it's the money that he probably was chasing. They probably threw an amount that he probably never really ever thought he would get his hands on.
Right.
And all the police, Dallas police could tell us, this was on the first 48. All the police could tell us was that,
wow.
the phone was a burner phone. They couldn't even trace it back. All
Mm,
they saw in there was it was a drug deal. He was supposed to be going there to pick up some heavy weight, and my cousin didn't make it back. He was dead.
Listen.
and
Listen,
you
y'all.
just
Listen.
go ahead.
Listen. Tommy T 1025. Chief, I can respect him for changing his life. Which chief you talking about? And Spartan, they said that wasn't OD gun between she never killed anyone. Even FB Cash said she was lying. I told y'all she was lying. I told y'all that girl ain't never killed nobody, man. I know they like, man, big deal, man. You you I'm telling y'all from being there, I'm telling y'all from experience. If you look like that's why I post certain videos. If you look at the video, they was all kids, man, on the porch shooting dice. It's my
Yeah.
son, it's KI, it's I gotta look at the video again. I can tell you who I was right there. Man, they listen, the internet blew that up with them people, man.
Yeah, them
It blew it
bloggers
up with them people.
perpetuated
Yeah,
that,
you're right.
man.
She had a similar revolver, same as Whoopsie. He never killed his soul. These guys dying by fire. You right? Hey, you
So is
right?
the internet
And
lying
you know
about
who
the
played a
thing with
major role in
JoJo
that though?
before the
Yeah.
Yes.
video?
And
DJ
Yeah,
this
they
is
Abdul,
lying.
man.
this is what needs to happen. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. My bad. You can say
No,
something.
I was just saying, like, basically, Big Deal was saying, how they perpetuated and overdid the KI whole story, trying to claim she a, super killer and all that. I feel like academics played a major role in that, man.
He sure
Like
did.
Yeah, he
from the
did.
beginning, and I
Yeah,
don't
he
want to
did.
just single him out, but he really kind of like added a lot of fuel to that fire, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
wouldn't have
did.
known a lot of details or a lot of anything if it wasn't for him. But yeah, the way he did it, it struck me. It rubbed me the wrong way anyway. But that was all. That was all that was out there at the time. So all right, this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm gonna watch. As I'm watching it though, and I'm listening to him, the Chi-Town Wolverine, and he's gonna, this.
Yeah,
Oh man, this
Yeah,
guy's been locked up.
yeah,
And I tell you, this guy.
yeah,
I'm telling you, and I'm just sitting there
yeah,
like, bro, why you gotta tell the story like that, man? All you gotta do is just tell the fucking what are you doing?
yeah,
And then he tried to throw a few messages in there, but you could tell it wasn't really heartfelt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All I can hear him saying is, "Y'all keep crashing out so I can keep making this paper,
yeah.
y'all. Thanks a lot for the content." That's what I was really hearing
man.
And not
when
to
he
cut
called
you off,
himself
bro.
trying to
See,
give a message.
I apologize for cutting you off, bro. But this
No, you good?
goes back to what you were saying earlier, like with the people that be on this internet making a lot of these blogs and shit like that, and be talking about this whole Chicago culture and the drill culture. See, academics was a college kid,
Yeah,
like a suburban kid,
yeah,
man,
yeah, he
and,
was.
and he was very like tech savvy and computer
Yeah,
literate and
yeah,
things
he
like
was.
that before a
Yeah,
lot of people was even understanding the whole just monetization and just the whole YouTube game. You know what I'm saying? Like he was kind of ahead of the curve,
his
and
mind was his
Mm-hmm.
like
nine.
it goes back to the glorification thing too. Like he really was glorifying this
Oh,
whole
okay,
the whole
okay,
blood
conversation.
sport. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Big Bang as a blood sport. Like he was glorifying, and then
Yeah,
it was like comedy to him, man. Like it was like it came off like comedy in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like
hey,
like you
Yeah,
could
let me
see in
tell
his
y'all
voice,
something. Let me
it was
tell
it
y'all
was
something.
comedic,
Go ahead,
man.
go ahead, finish up, bro.
I
I
just
ain't mean
wanted
to cut you
OC
off.
to finish. I didn't want to cut him off. I just wanted to throw that in there.
No, I ain't mean to cut you off. That's why I said go ahead.
Nah, you good. I was just throwing it out
Listen,
there.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Listen, and man, God, Allah is my witness. Wooski daddy is one of the BD's chiefs. He's dead now. Rest in peace, Cookie. I don't talk about the dead. That's his daddy, man. Cookie, his daddy for 45th, man. He's one
hmm
of the BD's chiefs. Wooski daddy now, his mama. I know his mama Diane. We grew up together. 62nd in Greenwood. Everybody is family, bro. Don't let people lie to y'all in Chicago, man.
Oh yeah,
Everybody is family, man.
yeah.
Wooski
Hey,
brother from
somewhere down the line, all these people is family.
That's what
and
really
Wooski
dropped my
brother from
jaw.
Parkway
It's
Gordon,
about the money, man.
That's
and
what
his
dropped
brother
my
from
jaw when I
OJ.
found out how many people's related. You know
You
what I'm
said
saying?
what, Marvin?
Now I was asking, ain't Wooski brother from Parkway?
Yeah, they mama and them moved them in Parkway, man. They mama and them moved them in Parkway. But see, this what people don't really realize about Chicago. Parkway wasn't always BD's.
hmm
See, as time went on, the neighborhood changed and went on. Because the first thing that was in Parkway was vice lords and MCs. Then the GDs pushed the GDs fought the vice lords and the MCs. They migrated because the vice lords really weren't strong south, so they like migrated west. They went west. You understand what I'm saying? Like it used to be foes on the south side. It was vice lords on the south side. They stronghold was west. That's why they migrated west. Now here it is. You got GDs in there that actually flip BD. So that's how it became BD. See, Parkway used to be called the Wick. See, it's history to all this gang culture. That's how everybody know each other. Like a lot of these guys was GD before they was BD before they was anything. You understand what I'm saying? The main like you have to break it down. It had to be broke down to you about the gang culture so you really can understand what's really going on. That's why like now it's all civil war. That's why I keep telling people stop saying that it's a BDGD war because it's not. It's not.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody jumping in no car talking about we finna go shoot no BDs. Ain't nobody jumping in no car talking about we finna go shoot no GDs. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's that? Chicago list?
Chicago still
What's the word?
19.
Yeah, what's up? Chicago still 19. What's the word, bro? So it's all a big lie, it's a big myth. And it's like
Right.
so many people didn't die, man. To where it's like you really have to just just hit the restart button. They don't want to do that. People don't want to accept the fact because everything they got so personal. It got so personal. I remember a time when we was moving around in the streets, when they gave you the green light, that means it's on. It's on. So
Yep.
it was like a purge. You gotta go get the nigga that you trying to get, because when they call it off, it's off. You might get that call in the middle of you on your way to go fight, do something. Hey man, it's back on red. That means it's over. Now you going on over there and do what you think you want to do, but guarantee you gonna get what they call a punkin head.
Punkin head. I know you really said that.
Hey,
Yeah.
and when I say a punkin head, if y'all ever seen that episode with Martin Lawrence,
Yeah.
Tommy Hearn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
woo,
That's
Gonna
it
look
right
like a
there.
beach ball, huh?
hey
You
man,
getting beat, bro.
hey, you have to be there to see it. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't even think a human head could swell up like that.
See, that's
He
when it
said
was
if
structure and
JoJo was
leadership, though.
alive, he would be pushing and saying, what could listen. See this the thing. This the thing. Like people saying like what you said, TRU, if JoJo was alive, JoJo was a kid. JoJo would have got in line. He would have got in line, bro. That's it, that's all. Ain't no such thing. Them clicks, bro. That was the whole purpose of them snatching that head regime out the way. So what happened to the head? What happened to the body if you take the head?
Body fall.
Yeah.
Man, it's common sense. So when they
Mm-hmm.
took the head, the body fall. You got a little kid like JoJo. He can't run nothing in Chicago. How you gonna run, man? Chicago a town of gangsters. Ain't no such thing as no one bad nigga in Chicago.
Mm-mm.
Ain't no such thing, man. It's somebody around the corner got your ticket.
Yep.
It's
I
somebody
just
around the
wonder who
corner
leaked
waiting to
that
punch your
video out
ticket.
of him. I just always wondered that all these years later.
The what?
I saw something on the internet. If you watch it, it's not Swipe or it wasn't Truth Tell. It's somebody else that did this breakdown that's from Chicago.
Probably what Tommy T said. Chicago scene 88, because they be putting them on
Yes, he broke
talking
it
about
down and said
Chicago
Lil Durk
hits.
had this Taurus back then. And I was just looking at the video. The internet is unmatched because people can edit, paste, copy. But it's like when you see him on that bike and you see the Taurus coming behind him and the guy, it was a black guy who was doing the video. And the black guy say, back then they knew Lil Durk and them had that same kind of car. They was finding pictures. So I was just sitting up there saying to myself, like, that's probably not gonna go nowhere. But if you go, that dude ain't lying. Like, it's on the internet. You guys should just check it out. Just type in little JoJo Deb, and it's gonna come up of a black guy that's from Chicago that went back down in the history, found Lil Durk and them posted up against this Ford Taurus. Okay, matched this same little thing. I mean, all the way down to a little dent.
Hey, look. They got all the conspiracy theories. Man, it's a known fact who did that to JoJo. And it wasn't no Dirk now. Dirk wasn't even moving around like that. See, listen, this what I'm trying to tell you. JoJo was a kid, man, playing with grown men. That's all I can say. And Tommy T. Hey, the blacks and the Latinos out west ain't getting along.
Nah, they ain't.
Don't let nobody, man. Your cousin telling you a story. They ain't getting along. They just when George Floyd got killed, and Chicago was purging, rioting, or whatever it was. The Latinos and the blacks went at it. I'm talking about
Right.
they went at it hard. And then the thing about the difference with the Latinos and the blacks, which I'm not prejudiced because I embrace all race if they embrace me. But the difference between them, we can't go in their neighborhood and do nothing. But they
Right.
can come in our neighborhood and put a corn thing on every corner. We need to balance that out. You know,
Right.
y'all welcome in ours, welcome us in y'all's. But the reason why they don't want blacks over there, because where you let blacks migrate at, they start destroying things. They want to drop trash on the floor. They want to tear your things up. They want to crash their car. They want to get crazy. So I can kind of understand why they like why they like the way they are, especially in Chicago, because black people come test them up.
I mean, look at our own damn communities. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's
It don't
that's why
take much.
that's why I was going back to that whole, you know what I'm saying, about by us doing, what we can, where we can, when we can, and it'll bring that
Right.
attention outside. Because if I'm the one with the money and I'm like, okay, I want to invest in this area, but I see what the community, the people I want to do it for are doing to it ain't the whole community. It's not everybody, but it's like,
Right.
damn, I can't put no money in this. It's finna get, I can't build anything over here because they
Right.
finna shoot it up. They finna turn it into a spot. So, we can't always, blame the benefactors, the politicians, and all these different things. I mean, yeah, the things they got set up. We know about the redlining. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
gentrification and
true.
all that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's their system. You know what I'm saying? But the
That's a
thing
cold
is, like you
game,
said,
though.
that's the
It
matrix,
really
though.
is.
You can unplug from that matrix by living exactly how they living the opposite of exactly how they expect you to live. You know what I'm saying? That's what the whole
Yeah.
concept of
You gotta
ghetto.
save your
That
stack
came
your money up and get out.
No, that's what they
no,
want us to do. I ain't
no.
going nowhere. Hey, Spartan, you right. You 100% right, Spartan.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know,
hey,
it was
that's what
it was
they want
about
us to do. That's what they want. That's what they want us to do, Miss Ashley. That's the whole reason for the killing. That's the whole reason, man. These people, man, half of these people getting killed under the light. Chicago got a camera everywhere you go. These shooters, these killers are being
Yeah,
recorded. Why
because
you
we
think they
know from
add
that
up?
case, them
Why you think they end up on
CCTVs.
the? Yeah, why you think they ended up on the internet? And and and,
yeah. You
and,
ever
and
saw
they
that movie
being
Blood
broadcast
Diamond?
like they do
Yeah.
because they being
Yeah,
recorded. They taping it, but they won't listen. Y'all think they did a RICO in Atlanta? Watch what they gonna do here, man. I ain't through. I keep telling people these dead bodies
Yeah,
ain't
because they
close.
said from that press conference, the U.S.
Yeah.
attorney, whatever that guy, the white guy, whatever his race was, when they was doing the FBG the case, he said, you can go in the press conference, he said, we're coming after gangs. Don't let
Oh
this
yeah,
be
they ain't through.
an eye
yeah,
opener. He
They ain't through.
said it. He was like,
They
we're
finna be the first.
coming
They gonna be the
after
first
the
example.
gangs.
Yeah, they gonna be the first example. Hey, listen, everybody on this line right now, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button and share this live, man. Let's get this message out. Let's get this message going. We need to let these kids know,
And
man.
my
Listen,
thing is, going back to what you say, how do we get here? It's like, my question is, when they do this drilling and get back gang or whatever, it's like, are they expected not to get caught? Like, do you feel like, that
no,
whole thing, shut up and do your time, you was out there gang banging doing that? It's like, so this is
no.
you didn't get a chance to make it out, bro.
Hey,
So go
Queen,
ahead and suck it up and take that. Cause you
Queen,
got caught. You was slousy. You thought you was gonna take somebody out and you didn't get out of it.
Queen. That's why all the murders exist. There's no accountability. Who you
Yeah,
saying
that's
go
what
to
I'm
yeah,
jail?
saying.
Who you saying go to jail? They went to jail. You know why they went? You know why they went to jail for that? Because they did it downtown.
In the
yeah.
Gold Coast.
If it was anywhere
Good
else,
God.
man, them people wouldn't have built a bop, man.
You
We
sure
we
ain't
Yeah,
got to
you
lying.
had
be
all them
conscious of
white
what's
people
going
over there
on.
scared as hell, talking about
Listen,
the bullets was flying, and that them white folks really put pressure, because I don't
Yeah.
think they probably would have solved it if they just would have, I don't know, kept it in the
Yeah.
hood.
You know
They
what?
messing with them people
That,
money,
that
man.
that brings me back to a Bible verse where it says a rich man's wealth is their fortunes, but the oppression of the poor is their destruction.
Absolutely. Right.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
that translates to, oh, y'all think y'all tucked away? This mess y'all kept sweeping under the carpet and ignoring. Now the pile is so big, it's spilling over into the Gold Coast. You can't go
yeah,
downtown no
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Our problem is going to become everybody's problem because the people who were in power, the people who were put in office and they chose not to do nothing. You talk about these videos that come back up. Yeah, they could have been solved the murders a long time ago. That's why I brought
A
up the movie
long
Blood
time
Diamond.
ago.
Yeah, they could.
Right.
Yeah, they
I
could.
Now,
feel like it took for it to happen in the Gold Coast to scare them white people. It was too close to the rich, and they probably put
yeah,
pressure on the FBI and was letting them know y'all better solve
Exactly.
this, or or else.
Yeah,
yeah, because that's where the money at. Now, you see,
Mm-hmm.
that's how our because they got something to lose. All right. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
nothing to lose. We gotta have that kind of, everything's closing down in these in the communities. You know what I'm saying? There's no worth. You know what I'm saying, to them. To us it is. I'm talking to them. You know what I'm saying?
right,
There's no
right.
worth. That's why we can't leave the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Get some money, put it back in there, and build it up. And you
Exactly,
start building up. We always complain
exactly.
about, oh, the Arabs can come here and do this, and the Koreans can come here and do this, and the Mexicans can come here and do this. They live 20 in an apartment, but then next thing you know, they got auto shops coming up and all this stuff.
Man,
Why
man,
can't we
Stores
do
and
that?
everything.
man.
So,
Listen, go ahead, OMC.
oh,
Go ahead.
but and I get you. If you come to Chicago, I tell anybody to do this. Get on the bus and get on the bus on Madison and ride from downtown and take it all the way to the end of the line on at Austin, right, the old park,
Yeah,
and you will
yeah,
see where the money ends and begins. You can see where it's pristine as hell. Then all of a sudden, like a light switch, it's dirty as hell. Just you
yeah,
see where the red
yeah.
line literally exists, bro. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
when I was talking about Blood Diamond, when he was breaking that part where he was breaking down, like, how they keep the diamonds off the market to make them more expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing he said is they're not starting a war, but they're creating a situation to keep it going. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is what these people in the local government, the police, and all these other people, they're not. It's like, no, I don't think they out, performing hit squads and doing all this stuff like that. But by
no,
not
they ain't.
doing it,
Why do they have to?
they don't have to. But by simply sitting back and, oh, this person got locked up, now they get released. How angry is that gonna make? Oh, let's release these
Right.
videos. Now they got this YouTube
Right.
channel showing all this police footage of different people getting locked up now. I just seen one they showing Duck getting arrested and one would get Melly getting arrested, and
Yeah, where all that came from all of a
Yes.
sudden? Where it came
Ain't
from
that
all of a
crazy?
sudden?
That's what I was
where it come from?
wondering.
Yeah, where it come from all of a
So it's
sudden?
like,
Crazy.
no, they're
It
not
just
gonna keep it. They're just gonna create, they're gonna keep it to where, it's beneficial to keep it going, So they're not starting it. And now just gonna, let's just throw a little bit in the mix, Oh, it's getting too peaceful. Well,
right.
they're trying to talk a little bit
Yeah,
more. They trying
yeah,
they trying to calm down. Let's put out a little bit of this and that. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Mm-hmm.
like how dox these people. You know what I mean? These people that's putting
yeah,
this stuff out, dox those channels. People getting channels wiped down and stuff for the wrong reasons.
yeah,
Those
yeah,
channels need to be getting wiped out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's how you
Right.
fight that. That's how you take the light off of that, because it's like,
That
what?
is
Why?
so true.
These people are dead and
Mm-hmm.
gone. Why keep bringing up stuff about the same 15 people? Because they was rappers? Because they got videos?
Exactly,
You know what I'm
exactly.
Right.
saying?
That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to I keep saying, and the name of this section tonight is, why do we keep glorifying it? What we don't understand is we have to find a way to teach our youth financial literacy. We don't have nothing, and the biggest problem is our dollars leave our neighborhood. Our
Right.
money's supposed to circle through the neighborhood at least 5 or 6 times before it leaves the neighborhood. Our money leaves the neighborhood when they close the corner store down. And they
Right.
take our money to their neighborhood or to
Soon
their
as we
bank.
get it, we take it and spend it with them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So
Hell, I
it
remember.
goes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I remember this one
Mr. Low
incident in
B
Chicago.
79, what's the word?
It was involving this nail salon or something. The women were saying that the Korean women were mistreating them, right?
Right.
And so I know it's this one brother came up there defending the queens. You know what I'm saying? He went up there, he busted the windows out. You know what I'm saying, and stayed for the police. Like, yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? He disrespecting our women. This
You talking
man,
about Tyrone Muhammad?
yeah, he records himself going back. Why he saying black women going in the same day? They still going in the shop.
Beating the dead horse.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
It's
Beating
just
the
like
you
the
dead
have
horse.
people that
Hearthstone
want
with
to
the
do stuff for the
Asians on
community.
them.
Now, why would that man want to do something else for the community? Let's say he became a multi-billionaire. He probably still gonna be thinking about that day, like, man, to hell with the black community. I try to defend the black community, try to defend my queens, my sisters, and what they
Yep.
do, they went right back up in there instead of going to
Hey,
a black side.
hey, OMC, that's just like a female like it can be your cousin, sister, whoever it may be, and they get into a situation with their significant other, they guy, whoever they fucking with,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they call one of their cousins or one of their male people or whatever the case may be to come over
Mm-hmm.
and figure out the situation. And before you know it, they right back with him.
Yeah. He done whooped him,
So
put
It's
the
true.
like you
jail and
wait.
everything else. And
Yeah.
now they back together, and he telling her, "You can't talk to him no more."
Exactly.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, right there, you gotta let people bump their head, man. Some people just like to be in stuff, but if that keeps happening, that. But I'm glad you brought that up because people will be like, "Man, the police don't care about us," and blah blah blah. And it's like, well, let me tell you, if you keep saying "F the police," we ain't telling you shit. I don't know nothing. Get up out of here. No, I ain't pressing charges. I don't know nothing. What you think them cops gonna do? They gonna be
Let
like,
you
"The hell
get.
with y'all
They gonna
then."
let you get that
Right.
whooping.
Yep.
I'm not running
They
back
gonna
over
give you
there.
everything you want. So it's like
Yeah.
either you want them there or you don't. But if you don't want them there, be prepared to defend your own communities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
you know what?
That's all I'm
And
saying.
you're so right about that. You're so right because nowadays, like Big Dale was saying, you can't really do nothing now without these CCTV cameras catching you doing something,
Man.
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 So it's like,
They
how you
everywhere.
finna do it? We finna do it like the blacklist, and you gonna have a computer technology person glitch the camera. That's
Hey.
what you finna do. So
Hey,
if
I'm
you
Hey,
glad
ready
you
to go
said
drill
blacklist.
somebody
I'm glad
down,
you
it's like
said
where you gonna
blacklist.
put your money at? You gonna have to hire
Yeah.
somebody that's high IT. Somebody that's high IT. If you know you finna go and run, they gonna have to be
hmm
glitching these cameras because not only the internet catching you, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, Instagram, the cameras is.
yeah, they got
Hey,
those
can
shot
we agree
placement
on
things. I
one
think it
thing though?
triangulates where the shots come from. That's
That's what I'm
military
saying.
technology.
Like, so what you finna do? Walk? What you finna do? Walk?
Listen, let me tell you something.
What do you
We,
mean?
we need to agree on one thing. Blacklist is something else, ain't it?
It's so man, let me tell you something.
Ram,
Yeah, that's what made me say that because it's like that's what it's gonna
man.
come to. Like you're gonna have to have somebody to glitch the CCTV cameras. What you gonna have to have a knockoff a ROM, glitch the camera.
Listen though, I'm gonna tell you
Man,
something about them cameras. Boy, them cameras can see a nickel in your hand and read the
I'm
letter,
trying to tell
read
you.
the numbers and the letters off of it.
yeah. I
I
remember that,
saw
that that's military technology
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we use in
cameras
Iraq.
rough.
When we used to have rockets landing on our compound. And man,
Uh,
if you think a bullet whizzing past your head or something, have one of them
uh,
big ass things go off, bro. That shit is scary.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Man,
So who
Dang.
finna
hey, you
break
a
the
gangster.
world's record to glitch the cameras going on a like a run, a get down.
Yeah,
I
cause
remember Cash used to just take a screwdriver and open up the bottom of the street light and throw a brick in there until it cause a blackout on the whole
on
street. I
my
mean, it's easy
mama.
to knock
Yep.
them
Okay,
cameras out.
they go off like
Yeah.
they go off like a domino. They fall like it's
Yeah,
falling like a domino.
it's easy
I
to
They
guess
knock
go
them
off
that's
so
what
cameras out.
fast.
happened in Dallas tonight. Cause in Oak Cliff by the VA around by 7:30, I was coming back from the store, and the whole thing, I was just sitting there, and I was like, sitting at the red light. The light was fine. Next thing you know, the whole side it was dark. I said,
Yeah,
"Well,
that's
Merry
that's easy.
Christmas." They finna go on a run.
Yeah, that's
That's
easy.
easy. That's
That's
easy to knock
real
them
easy.
out if you really want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when here's the thing though, like it's like, oh, no snitching, no snitching, no snitching, and all that. But it's like when it happened to one of yours, it's like either you gonna be the police and you carry out that justice yourself, or hey, you let the police do their job. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
got to make a
because we
choice. You know
told
what
the
I'm saying?
detectives, "You right, you right." We
If we
told the
want to if we
detectives.
want to keep everybody out, if black folks want to, we want to do it for black folks, and we want to do it, we got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? We got to be willing to be the
Yeah,
police. We got to be the damn, the judge, the jury, sometimes maybe the executioner. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean,
Right.
that's just the ugly of it. I'm not trying to promote violence or nothing like that. I'm trying to promote defense, be willing to defend. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody keep talking about January 1st, the purge and this and that. I'm not buying into the whole purge thing in a sense, but in a sense, it will be. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
already
we
there.
we
We
uh
halfway
we
there
headed
already.
there. Yeah, we
You know what I'm
headed.
saying? And people be like, oh, forget the government and stuff. Like, people don't want to know what true anarchy feels like and what it looks like. It's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-mm.
people got it way better than they think. I've seen places with no governments. You don't want that. Chicago is starting to look like that. You know what I'm saying? That the way the actions
Yeah,
are
because
carried out,
isn't
that's
that
how it is. There is
Chicago?
no one coming to help you. There is no 911. There is no nothing. It's you and your your trigger finger, and your wits. You know what I'm saying? And the people you can trust.
Yeah, cause y'all
That's
made the
that's
world news
Hey, hit that
a
live,
couple of weeks
hit
ago
that
about
like
the
button, y'all.
guns,
Share this
right?
live.
Turning in the guns free of charge, or they give you something for it.
Hey, listen.
yeah. They be turning in them old rusty ass 25
Ooh.
calibers from
Hey,
1984.
hey,
You know what
sister.
I'm saying? They ain't
I'm
gonna give up the
glad
real
you.
guns.
I'm glad you hit that on the head, cause this is what I want to
That
say.
made Lester Holt the world news, to watch
Yeah,
it. They was talking about Chicago taking a stand, and you can bring whatever guns, and they showed all them clips, the pictures to show
Yeah, you see them guns
that
on the
they
table
was
though.
dropping
You
off the
seen what they turned
guns.
in? You seen what
listen,
they
Yeah, I
turned
saw
in
it.
though, right?
It wasn't nothing.
They
It wasn't
turned
no AKs.
listen,
exactly.
though.
That was
Listen,
a
though.
photo op.
Listen.
And see what you
I'm
said. They went
glad,
and got granddaddy gun out the old
I'm
attic.
glad you said that, and I'm glad you hit that on the head, because this is what I be wanting to ask these youngsters. So, just say, just hypothetically speaking, if some aliens, abducted the world, and we had to fight, y'all use all the guns on each other. Y'all killed each other. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't even defend. You can't defend your house, yourself. You can't do none of that.
Yeah.
It says
Mm-mm.
anybody worried about the Arctic blast?
Hey, I just seen some on
Yeah,
the news. Somebody building tents for the homeless about that in Chicago.
yeah, they is. They is. This dude, he got some. I think they, baby. How much them tents cost that man been putting down? They had took him up for a minute. How much did them tents cost? That man that was laying all them tents down for the homeless. Remember, he said the city some $1,000 tents, and the city took them up. You
The
see what
Yeah,
I'm
fuck?
that's
saying?
what they did down
And
here
they
in
had to go
Dallas.
put them back.
They took away the tent city something in Dallas by Fur Park.
See, you see, and see, this is why, and this is what when a community comes together with a singular purpose, what it accomplishes. Y'all
Right.
see how them riots was going on, right? A whole George Floyd
Right.
thing. Y'all seeing in Portland and other places where these Antifa cats and all this, they shut down in police stations. They, no,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was misguided and all that, but we seen what a determined, what I'm saying, determination and some kind of unity can accomplish. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
when stuff like that happens, and I'm sorry, I mean, I'm damn, I'm not advocating, riots. I'm not trying to incite, I already, been part of somebody who's been accused of that as it is. But um, I mean, unfortunately, that's what it's going to take, like straight up radicalism. You know what I mean? Because we
Mm-hmm.
sitting here, we still asking for permission from the very people who continue to oppress.
Right.
As long as they're in a position of power, they don't care. They want you. Why you think they always bring up Martin Luther King and all this stuff? You feel on Fox News, CNN, they bring up Martin Luther King because Martin Luther King was a
Mm-hmm.
pacifier. They're not going to talk about when he started getting militant, of course, but they always want
Right.
to invoke Dr. King. It's like, no, I don't want to see damn Nancy Pelosi with Kente cloth kneeling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit
Yeah.
jacking shit when it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't give a damn about
Exactly.
us. So, you know what I'm
No, they
saying? When
don't.
somebody start doing something, not just for black, like for the homeless, for the downtrodden, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Not just blacks, you know what I'm saying? They come and do that. That's when it's time to get the people out. Like, no, y'all not finna do this. What y'all gonna lock us all
Right.
up? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
we
That's
even when
unfortunately
Black
radical
Friday
action like that.
come. Mm-hmm.
How many people,
Oh,
during the George Floyd riots left the South Side and went downtown to go get them some free shit? We can come
Everybody,
together for
right.
that.
Because I
everybody.
know
Yeah.
we said the
You
We can
same
gotta
come
clear
thing
together
the
when
for that.
people
room,
was
man.
breaking into banks and smashing windows. I was like,
Man,
damn, why I couldn't be
Yeah.
there? So I could have got some of that money.
hey, listen,
And it was all around the United States.
listen.
Yeah.
Me and my
City to
wife,
city.
right?
Because they did
Me
a
and my
special
wife,
and
we
said if you do
we
that
we
in
was caught
Dallas,
in
they're going to
traffic.
shoot and ask questions after.
Listen, we was caught in traffic when they all started jumping off. Man, I couldn't believe. Man, what
That's
are these
their
people
mind.
doing? I'm like, man, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going here too. Man, my wife like, boy,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna get caught. Sit
Yeah.
down. And that's
But
just
you
what
know
we
what?
did.
It's one of them things of you can't ignore something. You know what I'm saying? We represent, we talk about the black dollar and we talk about, our contribution to this country. You can't ignore us forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Now,
right.
what happened was just that was a pressure cooker. You know what I'm saying? The pressure release. They're like them damn kettles. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah,
happened.
Mm-hmm.
The volcano erupted. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the right way because what it does is it just it it justifies the next action. When they start, oh, we're going to place more cops. We're going to bring the military in. We're going to do that. You know, this is what they want to do. They want to create this problem to get a reaction to offer a solution to the problem they created. You know what I'm saying? So as all the violence and stuff happens and they let it happen. Yeah. So when people, as I seen some people in comments in a last live was talking about bringing the army in, and it's like, nah, you don't want that. That's what they want you to want. That's why they let this keep going on like this. Because once they do that, it's game over.
Right there.
Because martial law,
what they call that martial law when they bring the people in.
Yes, martial law is just that.
Martial law, it's over with.
And they already have the executive orders already prepared to take over all communications, to take over all public transportation, to deputize the sheriffs, to deputize the EMTs, to deputize the fucking mailmen. Okay, to arm them.
This when the world shut down with COVID. If people didn't know, when the world shut down and they was talking about only the, you know, emergency people like what you just named, all those top people you named, it was like they was ready to arrest you. They sent in the Coast Guard and felt like if you wasn't out there, if you wasn't some type of emergency personnel when that curfew came, you better had a reason to be outside.
Yeah. And see, and what they did was, like, during the riots, they made the police stand down. They made the police stand down to make them look weak because they wanted to embolden the people to continue to do it. And now you see what you see, smash and grabs all over the place. The whole point, the agenda is to break down law and order. And when that happens, the country breaks down. And when that happens, national sovereignty is no more. There is no more U.S. It becomes a global problem. And you heard the world leaders already talking about in the G8 summit and stuff like, we need a, what was it, King Charles now? He king now? You know, a global solution that, you know, no, it's too big for any one nation. This is where they're trying to get us, man. You know what I'm saying? And if this is truly God's plan, then I guess we can't do nothing to stop that. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is what we can do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ain't nobody finna save the world. This planet is billion years old. The global warming, ain't nobody finna do shit about the sun. That ain't our creation. That's something else. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. All we can do is change our small little part of the world. You know what I'm saying? To make it to where you can't justify the gentrification. You can't justify the redlining. You can't just. But as long as we destroying it and then calling them, talk about y'all racist, y'all not helping us, everybody gonna be looking at like, what the hell should they help y'all for? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we need our fight starts with us. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, we can blame the white man and all this stuff all along. We can. They did their job. That was they were supposed to do. They did what they were supposed to do. It's our job to do the opposite of that and not fall into the trap. A lot of people like to say the system and this and that. And I use the analogy of you put a damn rat in a maze and you got this cheese over here. And if they go this way, they get shocked. Eventually, they're going to learn to go around the other way to get to that cheese so they don't get shocked. So why do we need to keep going to the one direction and getting shocked? You know what I'm saying? We got to go around the other way. The system is just the system. You know what I'm saying? The people are what make the system work, whether it be the jail system or anything. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop, you know, we got to convince people to not make the decisions to keep going in that direction in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That there is another way. It may be a longer way, but you're alive. It's safer. You know what I'm saying? It promotes longevity. That's what it is. So you get to these kids, you know, all right, the hard question is, so what if I do? I'll put my gun down and then somebody smoked weed. That was in what was it? Boys in the Hood. When Lawrence Fishburne was out there, he was like, "What I'm supposed to do? A motherfucker try to smoke me? I'm supposed to just let him?" And he was like, "You got to use your brain, young brother." And it's like, yeah, he can use his brain, but you got to talk to the other dude who's trying to smoke and use his brain.
But the crazy part is, though, the crazy part is, and we don't never realize that and understand that they was getting us ready then for nothing.
Right.
Tupac was getting us ready for nothing. This is what he said. He said these loud talking cats shooting guns, jeopardizing lives, shooting right between his eyes. Say you follow the rules or follow the fools that die.
Right.
Man, he said everybody want to be OG. Pay your dues, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Listen, man, they understood. And it's just like this. We are so far behind. I was saying that on Trench's Day. Man, they already got plans for 2050. And we still trying to catch up to 2023.
True.
Man, they so far ahead. They plan ahead, man. that we had to catch up, but we had to stop at some point, hit the brakes, tune the car
I
Because
up,
think they want to leave
get
us
everything
behind
together.
on the cool.
Man, they
we
already
have
left us
to,
behind. What
yeah,
you mean? They left
we
us
Yeah,
have to,
I'm
behind.
just saying, like, in the sense of, like you saying, they planning for 20, like you say 50, but they look at the African American race as, well, they gonna off themselves anyway, so they the last race we worried about.
Hey, the
but
You
colors
that is,
feel me?
changed.
Like, it's just like they don't even care because you're right. Like one of the other guys was saying on here, they take the money, and the way they do in Dallas is if you don't like the hood or if you don't like the certain places that look just like Chicago, it's like what you supposed to do is, like he said, get you a good job, and you gonna move to Frisco or Plano or Allen, McKinney. You gonna move up north. You know what
But
I'm
listen,
saying? Even though Killing go up there, it's like it's better stores, it's better groceries. It's just better. Even just the outside, man. You can't litter out there like. Ain't no panhandling because the cops
right,
gonna pull up on you and say, "Hey, they're gonna either arrest you," and then you gonna know if you stand on that corner and ask for a few dollars, you going to
right.
jail. But
now
in the
why
hood
can't
here,
that
they
happen?
just
And
pass them
why
on
can't
up.
that
They don't
happen on
even
the
help
west side, on the
nobody in the
south
hood.
side? You know what I'm saying? It's like I ask people, like, why do we care how much? We're more respectful in keeping the damn cemetery clean where dead people live, but we don't care about where actual living people reside. You know what I'm saying? Mother, you
What?
could be it'd be the most the most trashiest people. They throw a glass or anything on the street. They go in the cemetery. Hey man, pick that up. Hey man, don't stand on that grave. Hey, pick them flowers up. Damn, they dead.
Absolutely
How much
right.
more? Why can't we have that same respect and that same care for our community in the damn, where we live at? You know what I'm saying?
Because what did I
So
Mm-hmm.
tell you they do? They honor the dead and not the living. And
yeah, yeah, you did say that.
TIU, you right. The public schools been over with. Public school over with. Charter schools running.
Yeah,
Right. Same way down here. Private schools still running.
Charter schools running, man.
Mm-hmm.
These public schools, they dropped the ball. It's over with. They busting
yep,
kids in now. Your public school, you can't even go there no more because they
bruh.
turned it to a charter school or a magnet school. So the
What's the
kids in
difference
the
anyway?
neighborhood,
What's the difference of that? I never understood what makes it a charter school, what makes it a magnet school. Like, what is that? Vocate? I don't get that.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's
How you
that
learn?
test. It's that test you got to take.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
It's the
that
same
test
way
you got to
Universal
take,
down here in
man.
Dallas too. It's the test you
You got to
take,
take
and
'cause
that test,
even if
man.
you got the money to put your kid in there, if they don't pass that dang on test, they ain't going.
You ain't getting it now. You
You
ain't gonna
ain't
oh,
tank.
okay.
getting it.
You ain't gonna tank that.
Because I'm finna tell you when this is it. Let me see. I went to public, private, and private, public, and Catholic school. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now, from like preschool to let me see. I went to y'all probably even know these schools, but it was on the west side. I went to Jensen for public for preschool. It was on California and Harrison. You know what I'm saying? It was right across the street from some projects. And
Right.
then a little bit further down, you had Catholic school called St. Francis Cabrini. And then from there, I
Right.
went to St. Agatha. And then from St. Agatha, I went to a school called Precious Blood. It's right across the street from Rockwell Gardens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, after that, I went to seventh grade. I went to Robert Emmett. It's right there on Madison and Central. It's closed. It's all shuttered down, boarded up. You know what I'm saying? And then I
Right.
went to Providence St. Mel, where my brothers graduated from. And I went there for my freshman and halfway through my sophomore year. And that was like it was like $3,000 a year or something like that tuition. It was higher learning for real. Like that
I
school
got beat for
definitely.
that. I got beat to death for that. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it was a college preparatory school. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely had all the right resources. The principal, Mr. Adams, he had a McDonald's built into the basement. You know what I'm saying?
Woo. Yeah, it was
You know
some
what I'm saying?
money in
It
there.
was lovely. I didn't realize how good I had it there, but I didn't get kicked out for nothing. Fighting or nothing like that. It was something stupid. You know what I'm saying? It was uniform stuff. It wasn't even nothing serious. But I remember we was on the same bus line with all the kids from Marshall and I think Westinghouse and a couple. It was another school. They used to get off the bus and jump on it because they like, oh, they got all the money. I used to see
Right.
people getting their Jordans took, coats took, and all that. So I got kicked out of there, and I went to Austin. That's where I graduated from. This is where I want to get at. We talking about the public schools. Austin Community Academy. That's the school they got to take everybody because you live in that community. You're in that area. They got to take you. They
Right.
can't tell you away. Now everybody, lunch period was just fight night basically. I was there. They built a police station in the school, bro. This is 98. This is 97, 98.
You know what I'm saying? 96. I mean, they built a police station in the school because it was just getting that bad. Metal detectors. You know what I'm saying?
In the school?
In the school, it was a police station, a literal police station. You know what I'm saying? The school was about to get closed down. My class, my year class, we saved the school from getting closed down when we had to take the the ACT or whatever the state test is because our scores was that low. We kept the school from getting closed down.
Shut down.
Now, here's this kicker, right?
Can I ask you a question though before you go any further?
What's that?
I want you to be honest with me. Was you in one class? Did your class move, or you stayed in one class all day?
No, we switched classes.
So you wasn't in the class with them fat pencils then?
With the who?
The fat pencils.
The fat pencils?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, when we played pencil popping and big ass pencils.
No, man, you know the fat pencils mean you was an LD.
Damn. No. I don't. They didn't have them classes. They didn't have the class. They sent you somewhere else for that.
Man. You had to, if you stayed in the class all day where you couldn't move, or you had them fat pencils, you had a learning disorder.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? It was a lot of people that should have been in them classes then. But this is the part that dawned on me.
Pencils in elementary.
That was just cheating for pencil popping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that.
You know I ain't lying.
But man, here's the thing though. The books that we was using as a senior in high school, in that school, the books that we was using was some of the same books that I had when I was in 7th grade going to Emmett, bro.
Right. Yeah.
So there's your system right there. You know what I'm saying? Preparing you for a mediocre future or no future at all. You know what I'm saying? I would get done with my schoolwork. I would get done with, like, they give us the homework. Everybody, man, it's hard. I'm like, bro, I'm already done. You know what I'm saying? I'd be up out the door. I used to do other people's homework for them and stuff. But this is where literacy came into play. I didn't realize just how much literacy was a problem in the Black community. I thought people was just reading slow. I thought they was just goofing off and acting up, you know what I'm saying, not caring. No, they really couldn't read. And now I see why they acted out. You know what I'm saying? They were frustrated. They were embarrassed to tell somebody, look, I'm having trouble reading this, because some of the teachers would tease them, the other students, and they thought I was the smartest thing in the world. And I'm like,
you would have been my best
hard.
friend, though. You would have been I would have brought you now later to school. All that. You'd have been so cool, Jack. I done heard you talk one time and read. I was like, that's my man right there.
Man.
What you need, man?
I used to just help people, man. Because it broke my heart, because I used to hear all the statistics say, in the Black community, this and that. I'm like, that's bullshit. People can read. And then I'm like, oh man, like, yo, I'm living in what they talking about. Like, this is it. So yeah, I used to help people, you know what I'm saying? People be like, yo, how you do this? How you do that? And I'll be like, oh yeah, all you got to do is look at it this way. Read don't read the whole paragraph. Just read this, you know what I'm saying? And it was helping people out, and that felt great, man. But it was like, why do we have these teachers, you know what I'm saying? And we had the right kind of teachers, though. We had teachers that grew up in the same community. So they knew these kids, or they knew their mamas and daddies, you know what I'm saying? And when they had to get tough on them.
Then I think if you was a teacher in that community, you had to stay close by. You had to stay somewhere like grounded around there to be a teacher in that neighborhood. Back then. Not to cut you off. I think you had to be there. But let me feed in on that right quick, and then I'll let you get back. Hey, but look how wonderful it is now. Look at Tyler Perry. He ain't got no college degree. Billionaire. Look at Jay-Z. He billionaire. Look how many Black billionaires we got without a college degree. So people waste all that time to go get them degrees and do all that schooling.
And you don't even need a degree to get rich.
I know so many people. I know so many people with degrees, and they eating out a garbage can.
Kanye West had a skit like that on his College Dropout album. Yeah. He was like, yo, you know what, I'm gonna eat these degrees, man. I may be homeless, but what's gonna keep me warm? There's degrees, because they changed the game before you even get out of school. Yeah. It's like,
social media, man.
And then what? You gotta go back into school. You say social media what?
Social media.
No, I was saying like social media, because I know I was saying a few years ago, I was like, I sing on the praise team at church. I was like, man, if I would have thought, because like I say, I came in 88. So it's like I hit the scene born in 88. It's like I just feel like the babies that came in the 90s after 95, it's like these damn people are fucking rich.
Yeah.
They got YouTubes, they doing Instagram
Yeah.
spoofs, they doing all kind of
Yeah.
shit. And it's
Right.
like we those of us that was really born in I'm not talking about the people that born in the typewriter generation or that Macintosh. The Macintosh, all of that
Right.
IBM. I'm talking about
Right.
those of us that came and
The
grew up in the
fatback TV.
90s.
The fatback TV. We still had the
Exactly.
fatback TV.
We should be the ones that's
Uh-huh.
rich, yo.
Low model.
For
That's
real.
Yeah,
because
slow
we were
mo.
living by a game plan that, was meant to keep us as workers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know
Everything that
what?
was,
They
it
didn't
was,
teach that in school. They taught us what Big Dale was saying. Those of us, because I got my bachelor's and everything in criminal justice and psychology, and the way they taught us, me being born in '88, go to school and get an education so you can
yeah.
live a better life, right? They never
Uh-huh.
put what you see the kids in the '90s and '98, 2000 growing up hitting the scene. They teaching them, hey, you can come up with something. You know what I'm saying? You got YouTube, you got TikTok now, you got all these different things you can come up with or
Yes.
have them create an idea to where it can bring you out to where you don't gotta go to college like Big Bill said. These kids ain't got, let me tell you something. Only
Yeah.
thing they really gotta do is come up with a plan. You don't even have to get your high school diploma or
They could
GED.
dance. They could dance now.
You
They
You
feel
get
know
me?
go
what? You know
viral.
what that
Yeah.
is? I
They
was
get
born in
Yeah,
hit.
man.
79. I was born in 79. So,
Yeah.
I
you
ain't
know,
telling you when I was born.
I grew up I grew up through the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I grew
Okay.
up, I was coming of age in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And here's what I realized that a lot of the things, like you just said, it was killed off when we were kids. And I'll tell you exactly when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you exactly when it happened. And I point the finger at every motivational speaker they brought to the school, every single teacher that simply told us this. This is what they told us. Hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? Oh, I want to be an artist. Oh, I want to be a singer. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Now, these are things that, you see kids now, creativity, the right
Exactly,
hemisphere of the
baby.
brain. What
Yes.
did they tell us back then? Oh, no, you got to have a plan B and C. You can't make no money doing that. We need lawyers, doctors, engineers, and this or that.
Yeah,
And guess what? They
Yeah.
just shut down a whole fucking generation of creativity. When
they
you got,
did.
we all talk about you got that one gift, you know what I'm saying, that you designed for the off to the world, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Those gifts were right there. I remember seeing how many kids can draw. They can draw, at the drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? They can write a poem. They could do all these things that would have, that they would have loved doing and would have made money doing it. But
Right.
What
those
about
people
the
sat in those
dudes that would hit the
classrooms.
pencils, make beats with pencils right there on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
desk?
Them fat
Now,
pencils.
I'm
Them
talking
fat
about
pencils.
straight
nobody
flowing,
ever.
freestyling from a pencil beat. A
Right.
pencil.
Them fat pencils. Hey,
That is
listen,
that
y'all.
old.
Listen.
That's
Hey,
that spirit.
OMC. OMC.
What?
TIU said, what do you call a group of white men?
So what do you call it? Hold on.
A group
What
of
do you call?
white men.
I don't know. What's that? What's the
Yeah, I don't
punchline?
know.
Tell us, TIU. We want to know. What do you call a group of white men? And Juice say he a 87 baby. I'm a 73 baby.
Yeah, I'm an 88, man. Grew up in the 90s, man.
TIU, we waiting on you to
Yeah, man. What's the
answer the
punchline, bro?
question. Yeah, what's the punchline? What do you call a group of white men? Rich.
Yeah.
Sound like the opening to a bad joke, man. What's up?
You hear me? You
Yeah,
heard
it
me
must
tell
be a
him?
bad
Did they
joke.
walk into a bar?
Yeah. He hit us with a knock and got out of here on us.
Yeah.
Oh, he holding out, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, where you at, man?
He
Hey,
probably didn't
everybody,
think he
man,
would say so.
share this line. Share this line, y'all.
All right, well, while we waiting on that punchline, it
Right.
must be a long ass answer.
You hear me, man?
Right.
I'm getting ready to read a paragraph. He better hit it.
Man,
But
I'm trying to see.
man, yeah. So it's like I just think about that. Like I remember how I felt like when I would be, I was like, oh yeah, I want to, I think it was something about painting or something like that. And they always say lawyer, doctor, engineer, and it's like,
Yeah.
bitch. I wish I could have said this as a kid. I would have cursed
Yeah.
it like, bitch. Everybody ain't meant to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer. If that's the
Oh,
case,
my
why you ain't a
mama.
damn lawyer, doctor, engineer? Why you sitting here talking
Right.
to us? All you sitting here doing is talking about your accomplishments and how much money you made and all this. What the fuck is that doing with us? You ain't no different
Yeah.
than these people sitting around now calling everybody broke and stuff on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Man.
and then y'all take our programs, y'all took our auto shop, y'all took every damn thing from us, and all we
Out the
got is this
school.
lame ass
They took
left
it out the
brain
school.
hemisphere bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff we ain't gonna never use in our real life. How the fuck we gonna have a future, bro? And so I wish
Yeah.
I could have had that response back then. So
tell me
yeah,
when the last time y'all
You
used
got a good
geometry.
whooping. You got a good
When the
beat,
last time y'all used geometry for real?
man.
exactly. Unless you
Don't
was gonna
cuss
be an
at
That's
me.
my
architect.
whole point. When
Don't
the
cuss at
last
me,
time we had to do x squared plus y squared equal whatever?
man.
Right.
Hey, listen. I sit
We don't
down.
even use that, man. Only thing we need to know how to do is basic subtraction, add, multiply,
And that's
divide,
it.
and knowing how to
Man, teach
fucking
me about the
read.
damn
Read and
stock
write.
market. You know what I'm saying? My
That's
daddy
it.
told me. My daddy told me when he was going to school, they used to go visit one of the white schools. Man, he said they was into learning stock markets and stuff in seventh
Yeah,
and eighth grade. Man,
yeah,
I
Yeah.
believe it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
you
it.
know what I'm saying? So it's
Hey,
like,
I
what the?
believe it.
hey, go ahead. What you for say? Go ahead, OMC.
No, I'm just saying, man. We need them kind of teachers in these schools, man. You know,
Oh,
for real. Like,
them days over with. Listen, I'm sitting down, right? I'm helping my daughter with her homework because she the last one just came out. She just graduated from my high school, and I'm trying to help her. She like, nope, nope. I'm like, why you want me up? She like, nope. She like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know
but
nothing
you see
about
that?
none of this. You ain't even for the have me get laughed at in school. I'm like, come on, we gonna Google it. She
Because you
like,
know what?
nope,
Back to
don't
what
even worry about it.
you were saying. They did tell us that in school. Like I went to school with people that did want to rap, did want to
Yeah.
sing and stuff. And you right. It don't matter what part of the world you from. Universally, I watch teachers tell their students, "Oh, you one in how many people? It's a
Mm-hmm.
small percentage. You ain't gonna make it in there. You need to think about being a like you say a teacher or a doctor or like you say a lawyer or
Like,
something." And it's
okay,
like
Miss
you right.
Teacher, Mr.
Everybody
Teacher,
ain't meant
why you
for
sitting
that.
in this classroom without black ass then teaching us? Why you ain't doing it? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Everybody
Yeah.
has a purpose. Everybody has a thing that they do that they're meant to do that was not encouraged. It was not cultivated at all. You know what I'm saying?
And you
But
The
know
you know
what?
the
why
right
I
side.
see? Y'all
I
know
want
why
to
they was
point out
doing it?
this point with the basketball team down here that won, I guess, the state. It was from one was in Oak Cliff and the other one was in Duncanville, South Oak Cliff. And you know what them white people said? Let's talk about their
What?
test scores. Now
Yeah.
they sweep the white folks
Yeah, they
out.
gonna do that. They gonna pull that
Yeah.
cat. They gonna pull
And
that
then you
cat.
look at the news media and they dumbass have a nerve enough. But then this it's white folks on Fox and on Five that's sitting up there reporting about, oh, they want to investigate and that. No, y'all, them black boys won the game, fair
Hey, listen,
and
think
square.
about this though. Think about this.
Yeah.
Think about when we was young, right? And our mom and them had company. And you know how you want to show off and you want to rap. And the first thing
Mm-hmm.
your mama gonna say, rap that homework. Where that homework at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That's
have
the
you
way to
clean
shut
your
you down.
room, did your
That,
chores,
that's the way to shut you down. Cause the first thing
quit.
she know, you don't want to talk about that homework. You finna get
Well, here's
busy
the
in
thing
front of
though,
everybody.
because that's that. The world. The world knows what. Let me say. How can I say this? There's evil in the world, but the spirit of, that contests that is also in the world. It's coming up through this new generation. We got it. We still got it. They had it, but we just have to play different roles now.
Mm-hmm.
That whole system was designed to shut that spirit down. It's in the right hemisphere of the brain. That creativity, the side that dreams, the side that creates, that imagines, and all that. We need a synthesis of both. We've been taught just left brain, facts, numbers, figures, science, and all these different things. But without a heart, that's the right side. That's what, with men and women, the right and the left hemisphere, all that stuff plays in together. So
Right.
that
Mm-hmm.
harmony, that kind of unity. Now, when they say wrap that homework and all that stuff, I get it, because it was, yeah, be creative and all that, but also know how to conduct yourself, in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? So those things, but not completely shut it down. That's what like you said, everything, it was shut down. And it was like, well, if that was such the game plan, then why aren't you wealthy right now? Why are you sitting there telling me, why aren't you? You know what I'm saying? I wish that I had the mind to ask these questions back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
But
was
I'm gonna
still
tell you
believing the
why
lie
though.
back then.
I'm gonna tell you why though. Catch this. Because they was too busy in there teaching us his story.
His story.
Not
So
his
true.
History.
story. His
Yep.
story. And
Right.
Chicago still 119. It's always a shortcut to get ahead if you know people who know people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the group of white men you was talking about. They
Yeah,
knew shortcuts and they knew
that's the
people to
group of
get
white
ahead.
men that TIU was talking about. Because that's what they
Yeah.
do. They look out for each other. If Billy
And
come in
that's what
there,
people
they
get
know he
slapped with when
hot
they
in the
get out of
motherfucker, but
college.
they gonna give him that job.
Right.
when they get out of college, okay, it's like, oh, I see you got this degree there. Now it's, what experience do you have? Oh, now I got this kind of experience. Oh, well, who recommended you? You know what I'm saying? See how they always kicking the goalpost down the
Yeah.
line? That's how these damn, that's how politicians do it. You know how they talk, oh, if
But
you
how
vote
can
for
we
me,
be
I can do
mad?
this and this and that. And in 10 years, we can do this. And in 10 years, we will have this. Or the struggle still continues. We still have a lot of way to go. Bullshit.
But how
You
can
could
we
have
be
did all you
mad
did in
though?
your one term, but you're trying to stay in office. So you're going to give a little to get people voting for you right around the midterms or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? This is all like we've been lied to our whole fucking dude. This is why I
Yeah,
get
the
so angry,
government is
man.
a whole shit show, man. It's a
Yeah,
shame,
Yeah, how can
man.
we
It's
be
not
mad? We
even.
went for it though.
we went for it. I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at, I am mad at them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they did what they're supposed to. I'm talking about the so-called facilitators of our education, our indoctrinators, our teachers,
Yeah.
the school and stuff. It's like, they knew better, but they just got the curriculum that was given to them and said, okay, I got to teach this. I remember teachers saying, I've heard teachers say, oh, this is bullshit, but I got to teach it anyway. This is my job. No,
Exactly.
close that door and teach us something what you really should be teaching us, bro.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
Like,
know
what?
that public school system and that prison system is hand in hand, man.
Oh, prison pipeline.
Yeah.
Ain't no secret. Ain't no
Bro, the
secret.
prisons made our uniforms in the military, bro. Unicorn Federal Prison Industries. You look on the tag. I got them right now. I got them in my closet, bro. The prisons made our damn uniforms, man. Y'all are labor. Y'all, we all got the same boss. You know what I'm saying? The prisons was our fucking labor. Y'all, that's what they were. You know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff that was made in the military, the little desk and all that stuff, if it wasn't for the Lighthouse for the Blind, it was damn Unicorn Federal Prison Industries, man.
Yeah.
It's a huge racket.
I think the world got messed up when how learning in history, like the Big Dale said, the history that they was teaching us about the Europeans, the Native Americans, and then you had the Africans. They just should have left our ass
History.
over there,
Not
man.
history.
They should have
History.
just sent our ass on back. Once they got rid of the slavery, they just should have sent our asses back, so that way we wouldn't have to feel
That's too much
these
like rap.
racial disparities.
Too much
Well,
like rap.
they did send some back in, Liberia.
Yeah, in the
Cause it's like
box.
we over here with these all the other color, with the Europeans, Native Americans, however you want to say, we so close to Mexico down here,
Yeah.
and they want to take their land, they want to take Texas back.
They already did.
Eventually, I feel
They
like
gonna
they
do it.
are. When they get
South
in
Texas is
writing, they
already
gonna
North
take this
Mexico.
shit back in writing, man.
Hey.
This is just.
I was down in Ingleside and Corpus Christi in that area. You know what I'm saying? That's already taken over. We used to
Yeah.
joke about them with it too. We'd be like, damn, y'all took it over. They'd be like, yeah, we can't keep going. I'm like, yeah, they serious. They taking that
They
back.
serious.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
I don't know how true it is, but I know y'all probably seen it, but I was telling my aunt, she's like 73, and I told her, I say, do you think Governor Greg Abbott is gonna give us our reparations? California is in the works of getting theirs. And it's like,
California.
how they gonna fucking do for one and don't do for all?
That's because Gavin Newsom has a God complex
Man, they need
and
to just
he
go
just,
ahead and mandate that shit, man.
what did he say? What, $233,000
I
or
think
something
it
like
was
that?
like either
Somewhere around there,
200,000 or 300,000,
200
man.
something.
Okay, what's the cost of living in
Insane.
California? What's the
It's a
cost of living in
lot.
California?
It's high, y'all. It's high. I
One
don't
of the
know what
highest
it, but
rates
it's high.
in America.
So guess how much of that really gonna be left to all those people? And then we talk about financial literacy. Think of all
Yeah.
them people. What, you know what? Dave Chappelle had a skit about that, about
To move
reparations on
to
his
a
show.
country.
And what did he say? What they was talking about? Oh, the Newport stock for cigarettes went up or something like that. And it was some skit he had on the Chappelle show after people got reparations. And unfortunately, he was pretty damn close to the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got these people.
Right.
Oh, I got $233,000. What the hell they finna do with it? You know what I'm saying? They got a chance.
I'd
I say that they
move,
got an
y'all.
opportunity. I'm not
Yeah.
going down. I'm not gonna say they not. You know what I'm saying? But they got a chance if they get there. If it goes through and they get that, that's a blueprint. And it's like, okay, now it's time for people to start pressing these other states. Okay,
And then they
now
gonna
it's y'all
give it
turn.
to
What
other
y'all gonna
states
do?
that probably didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they should have been gave us our shit, man. That's fucked
But you
up,
know
man.
what?
I
Two
was
hundred
just
thirty-three thousand dollars is an insult.
It really is.
Definitely is.
It's an
It
insult.
Definitely
really
is.
is.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't
Yeah,
even
it really
a good
is.
record deal. You know what I'm saying? That's not even
Mm-mm.
amount for a good record signing a record deal. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They pay athletes more for signing to their teams. You know what I'm saying? So that's really an insult. it's like, oh well, here you go, there you go, pat you on the head, thank you for your, now y'all, are we cool now? We cool? We good? Nah, bro. Okay, that's a start. But look how the Native Americans got hooked up. The ones that did get, some of them are still living poor as hell on reservations. You know what I'm saying? All they got is
Yeah,
liquor,
they are.
liquor and drugs,
Especially in
and they own damn
Oklahoma. You
problems.
go through Oklahoma, you gonna see them Native Americans through there in their little section. When you go up through
Yeah.
Oklahoma, man, I ain't never seen it nowhere as much as I seen it in Oklahoma, man. You gonna see them Native Americans, like you say, man, they got their own section.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got their own section, y'all.
Everybody
It's
got
just
their own
simple as
claim to
that.
fame to something but us. We the only people ain't got nothing that we can say this is ours. We
That's
gotta
for
go out
real.
here.
And
But
we,
you know, what about these, Jay-Z and all of them? It's like sometimes I look at Jay-Z and I say, well, okay, you partnered with Roger Gotta or whatever. Like, it's like, do you blame these rich ass celebrities for not wanting to just come together, all these rich ass black people to say,
On the bill,
how can we invest and put a black bank,
black.
black stores? Like, why y'all won't put some and invest there? Because they feel the same way about us. They might not say it.
I mean, don't they? I mean, they do their little thing. I mean, I know they let the 40 clubs, but you talking about solving a problem for a whole country? Well, for one, the
Yeah,
people that control them ain't gonna let them do that.
At all.
exactly. They
Exactly.
can't do it.
you know,
Ain't that's what
they
Tupac
rubbing
was
At
trying
elbows
to
with
say?
all.
Warren
He's
Buffett
trying to
and
You
all these
see
build
other
the
people.
Kanye West.
Illuminati is real.
Look what Kanye West did. Kanye West just talked about something, and look what they did. So
Put the
they all
belt
know.
on him. They put the
Knocked
belt
his
on him.
ass down.
They put
Kanye
the
West,
belt on him.
he's still going strong. I don't know how long he gonna last, but you know
Hey,
what I'm saying. But
And
that's,
two
they know
hundred
what's gonna
thousand
happen.
dollars a month to Kim
oh,
Kardashian. She's already a billionaire. Man, say talk
Kim
OMC.
about
Kardashian is part of that play.
shit.
She's a part of that
OMC.
play. What up,
OMC.
yo?
What happened to Kanye West couldn't happen to a nicer person.
I know.
He kept talking about black people too much. Too
I
much
mean,
for
what did he
me.
say? I mean, what did he say that was? I mean,
I don't want to hear nobody talking about slavery was a choice.
Yeah, slavery was a
well,
choice.
in what
Till he
context
made
did he say
comments
that though?
about Rosa Parks.
I
I
don't
think the
care
latest thing he said
what
something about
content it
Rosa
was.
Parks. Man, that did it for
Man,
me,
ain't
man.
nobody wanted to be raped and hung from no tree, man.
Not
Well,
at all.
I think where he was coming from was that he was talking about the Africans that helped. Them Europeans wouldn't have known how to navigate through them forests and stuff.
No, they wouldn't. No, they
But
wouldn't.
here's the thing though. Check it out. And this is how it plays into today. This is happening to us today. What was it? They just simply took advantage of conflicts that was already going on within those people. They picked one side and blew them up and say, okay, y'all going against them. Y'all go help them and we enslave them. Oh, now y'all gonna go and we here's some guns, here's some liquor, here's some a few trinkets here and there. Oh, he go our ops over there. Yeah, them y'all ops. Yeah, y'all go them. Oh, hey, what you light skin? Oh, y'all light
Yeah.
skin. Let's put y'all over here. Let me measure your nose. Oh, that's over here.
All
How
right.
does that sound?
Right.
That's just like right now. Everybody going at each other, and the same people who benefiting then are benefiting now off that conflict. So in that sense, yeah, it was a choice because all those people could have came together and say, yo, we got another problem, y'all. We'll settle our differences later. Let's run these
Not back
motherfuckers off
then.
our shores.
Not back then.
What do you mean
Not
not back
back
then?
then. Not back in slavery time.
No, I'm talking about before the slavery happened. I'm talking about when they hit the shores of Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you see, Women King,
Because the way they put it
they
is on the
told the
slave
truth.
ships. They don't
Right.
they don't
They
really
told
give
the
us the
truth.
right history,
Black
man. I
people
don't
was
think.
selling black people.
I was just
Yeah,
about to
exactly.
say that.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
so that don't mean slavery was a choice. It was just black people that didn't want to, that felt like they didn't want to go under the gun like that.
Yeah, now here when they got here, they were outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no,
Right.
so they can't. You can't. If they could, they would have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Nat Turner and them, they did their thing down in Haiti and all that, but here in America, yeah, it was hard. You know what I'm saying? They had the guns, they had the whole thing sold up. When it comes to Rosa Parks, hell, I remember watching Barbershop when they said that line in there. It was like Rosa Parks just set her ass down. But
Exactly.
here's the thing, though. There was a whole lot of people who refused to get off the back of the bus and got arrested. They never got the recognition that Rosa Parks did. Why was that? You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
She was light
She was
skinned.
fair skinned. That's why.
Right. She was light skinned.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like she just set her ass down. You know what I'm saying? So that's true. Because there was a lot of people who broke them same rules and didn't get the recognition. But you know what? they were affiliated. You know, they had the NAACP with them. You know what I'm saying? They part of they Black Greek fraternities. They boule and all that, and so they got that. I was talking to one of mine, Judah. He broke that down. I'm like, damn, bro, that just shattered that illusion. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, but what when he talked about what else he say? He said slavery was a choice. The Rosa Parks. He said something else, didn't he?
Yeah, he said a
Yeah,
lot of stuff.
but he said a lot of
He
stuff.
said a
But
lot
guess
of
what?
stuff. He said something about that other word, you know,
Yeah,
those people. He
yeah.
talked
But
Oh,
about
Judy.
those
guess what
Yeah,
yeah,
though?
those
Guess what
pews.
though?
He talked about them.
Guess what, y'all?
And he just said a
that's
lot of
what turned
awful
his lights
stuff.
out when
And
he
then
spoke on them.
he
Yeah,
just
yeah. Guess
I
what?
don't
That's what
know
I was
what's
gonna say.
wrong
Guess
with
what?
him, man. His mind just gone.
When he said everything about us, we laughed. He put black people under the magnifying glass,
He did. But when he
and he
spoke on
went
them
off.
other people, they
You
axed his
niggas
ass.
and this. But when he said something about them people that got that paycheck,
Them
Yeah,
that
yeah.
big
everybody, hey,
paycheck.
listen, hey, we play about everything. But when you say something about some people that don't play about their race and don't play about what's going on, they show you what happened, man. They put the belt on. Hey,
They
listen.
Big
did.
time.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna get out there
Cause
on
then
y'all.
Dave Chappelle do that skit and said
Yeah,
everybody know that if you hang around or have any type of rich friends or hang around wealthy people, even the wealthy people know that's one race you just don't fuck with. Cause they run shit, man. They
they gonna
run
put the belt
shit.
because they take their money, put it together, and do something with it. Hey,
They
listen,
run this
y'all.
shit, man.
Listen, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the love and support. Y'all got in, got on, showed out. I'm gonna do. I'll probably drop a live every day or every other day. And if y'all on y'all platform, y'all going live, and y'all want me to come in, just man, at me or let me know. We're gonna build each other. We're gonna get our message out. And ain't
Right.
nothing but love, man. Y'all get a chance, y'all share this for me. And
I'm
anything
sure.
that I could do, anything that I could do from here, my arms they reach long. So whatever I could do, just let me know. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Enjoy y'all holiday. If I don't talk back to y'all. And peace, man. Y'all be safe tonight.
All right, y'all too.
All right,
All
brother.
right,
Peace.
All right
likewise,
now.
bro.
I'll let
Mm-hmm.
y'all later. OMC.
All right.
Yo,
Love, man. Mob
love,
head.
man.
Love, man.
Oh yeah, much love, brother.
All
Always.
right, Queen. Love. Juice
All right.
Crew. Love, baby. Mad
Peace.
Media. Love, for sure. Salute to you too, Chicago still. 119. Love.